let's give this anime Souls clone a try. The first Berserker Khazan. Not too much to say. It was revealed at Summer Games Fest and Game Awards, and it's a third-person, click R3 to lock on, action title. So let's give it a shot. The demo came out kind of early compared to the release. I don't think it's anywhere near release, but it's one of these things. Games are revealing themselves and then getting soft delayed, so they're having to put out more PR information to keep the audience interested. So they put out a demo, and I'm ready to load. Press X to load. In the 89th year of the Pelos Empire, the Emperor sentenced great General Khazan and Ozma to a great punishment for crimes against the Empire. So maybe we're not Khazan. Convicted of treason, Khazan endured merciless torture, culminating in the severing of tendons in both his arms and his exile. The severing of his exile? Or the exile of his tendons? So I'm Khazan, I think. And I'm the Berserker. That's like a word they use to punish students in speech rhetoric class. Say Berserker. Berserker. It kind of already looks like Monkey King. So this is like Japan's form of Monkey King.
At last, your fate destroyed by one you trusted. A fallen star, torn from its orbit.
Wonder who's talking to him right now.
You are the one we were waiting for.
Because it's saying you. So it's like the voice is speaking to the character.
He's a traitor. Shh. Quiet with that kind of talk.
I kind of want to skip this. and just play. I guess in these games, these action games, the lore is becoming a big part. It's ironic that Souls games emphasize minimal dialogue and no cutscenes, but now so many of these games, these action games, are like adding setting, story, character lore, backstory, forward story, plot twist. But the Souls games and Elden Ring kind of specialize in just giving players activities to run and do immediately without needing to sit through a cutscene. So it's kind of threading the line. But then, you know, you take games like Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry has a humongous fan base for the story.
A physical form.
Which is interesting because after fighting Hell Vanguard for like an entire weekend, I don't even remember what the hell's going on in that game. I mean, you spend so much time on a mission, it's like cutscene, I forget. So they keep showing his bloody hands. Maybe that's, what kind of a theme could that be? That, you know, if you want to accomplish anything in life, so this is where the game starts. Mount Heimnak. Oh god, it's gonna make me slow walk. Alright, kind of reminds me of Code Vein also. Anime style, emphasis on blood. He looks sick. We've got some bloody footprints in the snow. He's slow walking though. I don't like that. He's hobbling. I like these crows. What was that game I played on Capcom? Kunitsugami? Kind of has that snow path with the crows look to it. Also reminds me of Nioh. I think the thing about Nioh, I should probably keep walking if it's gonna slow. I think the thing about Nioh is that because there was no jump, you really felt grounded, literally stuck to the ground. But the dash and you had a run that was very, very fast. So there was very fast horizontal movement with limited vertical movement. But then I think Sekiro really broke it open where we wanted a jump back. And of course Ninja Gaiden and Devil May Cry and even God of War have jumps. So it's interesting that some action games would sort of remove it, like New God of War or Nioh, and then other action games sort of bringing it back.
Get out!
Does Monkey King have a jump? Yeah, because he's got air attacks. And I think that's the interesting thing. Using jump as another style of dodge
No.
was really interesting and necessary, especially in DMC3 where jumping gives you invulnerable frames. So jump royal guard was a critical technique. So we still only have walk slow and move the camera. He's vomiting blood. That's usually a sign of internal organ damage.
Stop. You really want to die? Then embrace the energy of the blade.
There's always some like taunting narrator in these action games too. I can't really name some. I think maybe this whole genre is just feeding me something I never really liked, El Shaddai, and I just remember all these games, the action game follows the same sequence. I almost wonder if Elden Ring wins because it's like an open world game that just lets you play right away. And you don't need to worry about why this evil narrator is, you know, taunting you to embrace your power, embrace the dark side and your powers, and take the weapon and damn, axe and sword? That's pretty cool. 2 weapons right off the bat? Did you ever play Rune Viking Warlord on PC? Probably not because it came out in like 1998, but it was really cool. And hey, this guy's moving fast now. Now you see, why didn't you just fucking give me this? Do you know Dark Souls 3 opens right in the graveyard and you're instantly fully cloaked with the weapon running. And there are guys there to attack and items to pick up and boom, you're gaming. After this beautiful epic cutscene and this orchestral title screen music. So, what do we need that fucking 5-minute cutscene for? Let me play already, damn it. So let's check the controls. I'm running. Let's also not get lost. I'm running. I have a main menu, and I have swift attack. Alright, and I got a stamina at the bottom in white. And then we've got a potent blow. That's like a heavier blow. Quite potent. And then hold to charge. Alright. So we've got an instance of light and heavy on the face buttons, not the shoulder buttons. I wonder what that will entail. We also have a hold circle to bind. Maybe this is like my bonfire. Battered Blade Nexus in Blizzard Canyon. Say that 5 times fast. Upgrade stats, and then we'll close it. Maybe we'll do a no stat upgrade run for the demo, because it's just the demo. And then we'll try the main menu. Banished hero. Let's see my gear. Okay, I got a gear, so we're going to get loot. That'll be interesting. I have no armor. I'm nude. And then I have my inventory. Consumables, collection, and materials. For crafting, can't be an action game without crafting. And then my status. These are like my stats. Vitality, endurance, strength, willpower, and proficiency. I wonder if willpower and proficiency affect things like maybe a magic per se, or maybe an attack type. And then some resistances, and then some amount by which my stats increase or decrease, probably related to maybe my gear per se. And then the settings and the screen. So okay, so we're good. What about X? X is dodge. Interesting. If I generically hold it at neutral, it goes back, and if I hold forward, it goes forward. And circle, remember, is bind. So they want me, do we like that? X is dodge and circle is interact. L is block. L's a nice block. Can I attack from block? Yeah. R1, nothing yet. R2, L2, nothing yet. So they could be different maneuvers. They could become maybe, let's see, click L3 to run. What about hold dodge? What about don't hold dodge? So you can be moving, press and hold X, you'll dodge forward and into a run. And if I let off X, then he doesn't automatically run. So that could be useful. That might also, hey, that's actually, we've found our first intermediate to advanced technique. If you're with an enemy and you're sort of generically dodging and you just tap dodge, he's going to go into that slow recovery. But if you press and hold dodge, you go into a run, and then you can let off the run and you're fast walking. Hey, that's advanced technique. That's advanced technique discovered by me in the demo. You don't want to just neutral dodge because there's that big slow recovery. You want to hold X to run, so always press and hold X, and then just let off the run. And you can't tap X and click L3 either. You got to press and hold. So press and hold dodge. Press and hold dodge to run. That's advanced technique invented by me in the demo. All right, let's continue. I'm intrigued. I like, honestly, the double sword and axe is what got me. Click R3 to lock on, and then change. And then L to guard. Guard at the right time during an enemy's attack to execute a brink guard. This action will consume a small amount of stamina to block the attack and reduce the enemy's stamina or fortitude. Okay. Close.
Where is he?
Let's see attacking without... Oh, it's going to be tough to attack without locking on because I'm using X to attack rather than R1. So it's not like my thumb can be aiming the camera at the guy, free aiming. So you're going to want to lock on and then just mash square. Alright. Acquire. Oh, running takes stamina also. Alright, no need to run. Saw him. Let's try guarding. Oh, he had 2 hits. A little tricky. Let's try this proficiency. Potent attack. We'll try a potent attack. Maybe the chalices light the way. So I'm gonna go up this way. Oh, he's got a grab. That's no good for... Alright, committing to block is a little bit slow. Little potent attack? Yeah. Can't dodge that way to the right. I don't have that much gear or attack. Netherworld energy. Press up to use Netherworld energy. Consumes enemy... Oh, that's the heal? Why are you telling me about healing? This is a no heal run. It seems like the light attack is what I want to do just because it's so fast. Let's look at the damage numbers. Oh, potent is pretty good. Because I have double hits. Potent seems pretty good. I fucking dodged. I'm stuck in the wall. Does he have a 4th one? I wonder if I can move and charge up at once. What does that do? Press and hold potent, I don't know. Alright. Little quick entry mini boss to test my skill. Yeah, so it seems like seems pretty good, pretty clear. When he's winding up his right hand to swing left, obviously you dodge toward his hand to get out of the way of the hitbox. Worked pretty well. Hitbox were pretty fair. Telegraph was pretty fair. So yeah. Could have done better. Just testing a few things. Like I said. Dodging toward his winding up hand is the correct direction to get out of the way. He didn't auto-track me, so that's pretty nice. It seemed like the heavy attack just seemed to rack up more damage. Maybe because it hit twice. So a couple things we need to test. When you use a light attack, does it only hit with one weapon, the sword? Because the heavy attack was hitting with both and doing like 2250 rather than only about 1,000 or 1,100 damage. What else did I notice? Oh, I wanted to know if you could hold a heavy attack and still move around. You can't do that. Yeah, other than that, pretty good. Let's seek my reward. Press and hold. Another thing was I didn't know whether I was, the couple times I tried parrying, it showed like a color flash. I don't know if that was a successful parry or if it was just a good block. But yeah, overall, pretty good experience. Let's see what I unlocked. I still just have my weapons. I have some gear finally. Alright. Let's put it on and not read what it does. But now I'm geared up. What about my inventory? Deals damage to enemy when thrown. Sell for 2,000 gold. Alright. My, and then I have this. Destination Mount Heimlich. Okay. What about my gear? What about my gear? That's equipped. Huh. Alright, we're good to go. The first Berserker. Oh, I guess I should press up and heal. Maybe I could hit that, what do you think? Is it worth hitting that respawn point and healing up? I don't think so. And now I'm getting lost. I think I'm running backward toward it. So maybe let's see. Collected Lacrima can be used to upgrade Khazan's stats at the Blade Nexus. Well, let's do what they just said. Upgrade stats. What do I think I need? I don't think Vitality is such a problem. So let's see, it'll show us what stats are increased each time. Vitality increases health, attack damage, really, and weight. Oh, it increases weight. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Nio. It was made by Nexon, so I don't know what experience they have making action games. Maybe they did make Code Vein. How do I know? What does endurance do? Health and stamina. I don't think I need either of those. Stamina recovery rate, it seems fine. It's not so much whether running or dodging is going to take your stamina. It's about whether swinging attacks is going to take your stamina. Strength also increases health, attack damage, and weight. And receives stamina damage decrease. Why don't we just do strength? And willpower is the same. But it doesn't increase weight, and it says guard stamina damage decrease. So if you're really defensive, maybe willpower. Stamina recovery rate. Alright. And then proficiency. Stamina damage increase. So when you're attacking other enemies, dodge, stamina, cost decrease, and health. Hey, proficiency, the way that they have these, not the stats like proficiency, willpower, strength, but the benefits split up is pretty interesting because you can see, you can tailor your upgrading toward what type of build you want to do. So if I need more stamina, or if I need to be defensive and block, I can upgrade that. But if I want to bust their guard and deplete their stamina and attack them, I could switch to a proficiency build. So maybe I'll just do generically strength right now to get the weight and to get the damage. Let's do that. It's not really that much. It's not really that much money to upgrade. And then I'll hold that gem. How do I lock on? See, look, I'm out of stamina. Exhaustion. Take damage until stamina is fully depleted. Inflicts exhaustion. Exhaustion is removed once stamina is fully restored, or if damage is taken while exhausted. So look, I'm exhausted. Whoa, look at that damage! So you take like a free hit of damage. Let's try that again. Let me try that again. We'll test it on this other guy. Cause now look, I'm fucking now look, I'm fucked up again. First, let's test this. Attacking. Maybe I'll switch the dodge button too. Let's see this. So I'm just kind of mashing it. I'm mashing square. But he got killed. Huh. I want to try that again. Let's try this again. Really settle into the nuances of the game. So just mashing light attack doesn't really inflict any hit stun on the guy. Which is why he was able to swing through me. But then what were they saying about exhaustion? So if let's just try running. Let me like run and exhaust myself toward this guy. So I'm mashing and now I'm exhausted. What does that mean? Doesn't really mean much. I don't know. Maybe it's some type of just penalty or something. It seemed like if you deplete your stamina, you take like a bonus hit. I'm definitely doing more damage. That might be just to this guy though, because compared to the boss. Dodge. Use stamina to dodge attacks. After dodging, Khazan will momentarily become invulnerable. Alright? Dodge at the right moment to perform a brink dodge. It's not like it's fucking rocket surgery. You know, we play this game every week. We play a new version of this game every week. So here's what I'm doing. I'm pressing square too much. You want to use... Oh, he's got a double hit, huh? Well, I'm stuck on his little stupid fence post. Maybe I do need more stamina. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I do need more stamina in order to be able to run around fast and to swing enough. What do I think so far? His light attack doesn't really seem to do any hit stun. So maybe that's just for like... It's almost like it's deceiving that it's a slash. It almost should be a poke. You would think that if it were... The way you should be using it is like a rapier, just a quick poke. I think the heavy attack, because it double hits with both weapons and it does more damage and it does more hit stun, I think actually leading with the heavy attack is better, and just slashing once to get one single hit with the light attack is the way to go. Because it's like you're gonna mash square to try and get this like combo on the guy, and it's not gonna work. They're gonna just kind of lightly take the first two hits and then poke through it. So maybe leaning on the heavies is a little bit better. And not running to the next area and wasting your stamina. What's going on here? Behind unsuspecting enemies, press circle. Perform a brutal attack while walking towards them undetected. Deal significant damage. Walking and running controlled. Yeah. Against exhausted enemies. Here we go. Brutal attacks can be executed against exhausted enemies. When Khazan performs a brutal, his stamina is restored. Okay. Notice also, like I said, it doesn't seem that there's any kind of jump or sneak. Do you think that is lacking compared to games like... Sekiro and Elden Ring? So the only thing I couldn't really figure out was how likely is it that you're going to be dodging and moving around and attacking, and you're going to run out of stamina while fighting, and then not be able to attack. I wonder if I guess blocking takes stamina as well. That's like the way they penalize you. Mid-air. Press the attack button while mid-air to trigger a break fall. Okay. But I mean, I can't jump, so it's not the best thing. So then, and then another thing is, like I said, I'm running to get through the area, but it's wasting my stamina. But guess what? In Elden Ring, you can run without wasting stamina when there are no enemies around. So this game's kind of failing at some very basic... It took until freaking the 7th game in the series, Elden Ring, for Miyazaki to introduce some of the most... Some advanced techniques like jumping and crouching, And then this game lacks those things. So, is it better or worse? Some enemies can maintain their stance even when attacked. Use a potent bow to break their stance. But I don't have a potent bow. I have a potent blow. To do that, 5,000. X to dodge. Wow, the light attack has less range than the heavy attack? And then you're in this situation where you're holding it. You're holding a heavy attack, waiting for them to walk into it. You know, what have I been picking up so far? Use Netherworld energy, that's heal. Change the hotkey, use hotkey item. Mana lanterns and consumables can be added to the hotkeys. Items assigned can be used by pressing designated buttons. The first mana lantern you acquire is assigned automatically. What is a mana lantern? What about this? Total defense. Hotkey item. Unequipped, and let's look what this is. Illuminates its surroundings. No thank you. Inventory. Probably just that. Because it seems like limited use. Absorb. Soul Tier Dust.
Now you too will hear the memories of the dead.
I like that the items are press to pick up and not hold to pick up. So it seems like a big item that you need to interact with is press and hold. Like this one. So pick up is just click and interact is hold. Now let's look at this. Upgrade stats. Now I might be in need of some endurance. The weight doesn't seem to matter as much because I'm not really carrying a lot of gear. Maybe the weight affects your maybe stamina recovery. Probably not how far you travel in the dodge. Stamina recovery rate. Yeah, that could be useful. Received stamina damage decrease. Yeah, maybe strength was not the right move at the beginning because I don't have like any big equipment or items I need to carry. Maybe a big weapon. Willpower. Stamina recovery rate. So they both go. Guard stamina damage decrease. Maybe I'll do that. Hey, maybe it'll be a willpower build. Look at this. Cheap health. Look at that. It's cheap. Health, attack damage, stamina, recovery rate, and guard stamina damage decrease. So when I'm blocking, it won't go down as much. Alright. Maybe it'll be a defense build, not an offense build. And then stamina decrease. Damage increase when I attack enemies. Dodge stamina cost decrease. Yeah, how about guarding? Alright, I'll be a willpower build. I still have some money. Let's go farm this dude. Let's just, you know, I think this is kind of like Naya where they want to give you a lot of control over your stats. And I don't think it's beneficial to spread the stats out. But I could be wrong. Damn, he got full-fledged. So how much did I get from him? I guess it's somewhere on the screen. I just need 9.6 or whatever. What was back here? Nothing. Yeah, they should let you run without having this this stamina right here. Let's see if I got enough from one guy to just finish that upgrade. No, I didn't. Almost. 40. I wonder if there will be like a vendor or something where I could sell all these rocks that I'm picking up. And it's funny that they show you 4 item slots. How many items do you think I need? Uh-oh. Wow, he got a full hit on me. So light attack. Oh, it ends in a special. What do I think about the combat? Maybe his attack style is based on what weapons he's holding. Because right now I have a sword axe combo equipped. So maybe something like a spear would be better. He seems like he wants to just kind of poke and dodge. And it seems like it's deceptive that they give you a run because it makes you think you want to zip all around. And I don't know if Nile was like that in combat. It was more like you're dodging straight forward left or right and key pulsing, and you're maintaining your attacks because of the key pulse and doing your own sequences as combos. And then in Dark Souls, it's much more free to move around and to roll around, but you're very tempered in your attacking, where it's like, I'm only going to poke once or slash once. Most action games make you want to slash a lot. This game gives me the impression that it makes me feel like I want to slash a lot because his attacks are fast, but it might be a little bit more, hey, stop and lock on and block a little bit and kind of see what's going on, you know, because the enemies can weather one or two light attacks, and then they can kind of interrupt you, break through you, and it's going to be your health and your stamina getting cut down so quickly that's going to make you stop and say, like, oh, I can't just slash around. I have to be a little bit more cautious in what I'm doing. So let's upgrade one more time. What do I think? So just to go over this, what do you think the best plan is? Let's keep vitality at 10 and maybe even keep endurance at 10, just because we understand health, stamina, and stamina recovery. Does anything else do? Yeah, willpower does that too. It doesn't increase my total stamina, but increases damage. Maybe I'll just do willpower. Weight, I might not need to worry about. Dodge cost decrease. Proficiency. Dodge cost decrease. Stamina increase. Rate increase. Maybe we'll just go another willpower. I'll be a willpower build. And we'll see how this goes. Alright, let's continue the adventure. Khazan. So I guess I am Khazan. Oh yeah, it's an enemy. So kind of tough to see when he's just pitch black in here. I guess that's why I'm supposed to have this lantern. But I don't use consumables. I think this cave reminds me a little bit of the Sekiro cave by that merchant, that first merchant. Before you go swimming in that swamp with the fish. See, he's so now this is what's kind of cheap. You get locked into that heavy attack. Well, can I hold and then dodge out of it? No. You're locked into a heavy attack. You can cancel into the brutal, that's good. And I automatically lock onto the next guy. Maybe just a quick heavy to crush him. Maybe just a quick heavy to crush him. I want to figure out what the sequence of attacks I need to use are. Because I'm a big fan of either heavy attacks that crush the enemy and give guaranteed hit stun, or maybe a long-range poke like a spear. A long-range poke like a spear.
I need to see my daughter.
Shock resistance. Some enemies require a charge attack to break their stance. While potent blows won't break their stance, attacking repeatedly once their stance is broken will keep them down, allowing Khazan to deal significant damage. I don't really get the rules regarding busting an enemy's stamina, because in Nioh it's pretty clear. They deplete their stamina and then it stops recovering and flashes red, and you kind of break their whole stance. In this game, it seems very different. See, like that was it looked like a brink dodge because I got that white after image. I'm out of range. I tried dodging. Huh. No bother. I'm like holding block and dodging at it to try and get both benefits. Let me full charge. There we go. I don't want to dodge backward, I want to dodge around because he's got horizontal moves. I've fucking whiffed. Let me full charge him. I don't have the stamina to full charge him. Alright, that sucks. Nah. The light? Alright, not bad. Okay. Okay, not bad. A little okay, not bad. I think they do a good job telegraphing the attacks, so you can kind of take a guess as to what he's going to do. It doesn't seem cheap. It seems like you see him wind up, you know whether it's going to be a slash or a stab. You see the way he winds up, and you dodge toward his wind up, you know, to get out of the way of the move. You don't want to dodge into the attack of the move. If he winds up like this, you dodge this way, and he swings past you. And then you'll catch if he has like a follow-up attack. He swings twice, he does overhead and then stabs. So I think that it's really good when the animation telegraphs what he's going to do, and you can think on the fly what you want to do to respond to him. Because then you can kind of improvise in the fight, and you don't need to feel like you're memorizing attacks. You know, you feel confident you can take on any enemy the first time you see him. I think that the pacing is also really good. I'm starting to like it. I have a good impression of it. I like it. I think that the pacing for the combat is very good. When you fight a big enemy like that, it makes you want to slow down and watch and look at what you're doing. And you definitely don't want to just mash through. Namely because a couple times I was out of range. I was too far away from him in order to hit him. So if you're going to mash twice already, you wasted stamina, especially if you've been blocking, you've been dodging, your stamina's low. You don't want to hit arbitrary attacks. You don't want to dodge to get away, because look, you're gonna waste half your stamina doing that. And remember, dodge once and hold X to instantly go into the run, rather than have to go through that recovery animation. Remembering I can click L3 to run in the fight is something I didn't really do. Mainly it was like, I'm going to hold block, and then I'm also going to dodge from block. That seemed to work. So, like, sometimes the attacks, they're like instant attacks. Rather than being wind up and swing, it's like wind up, hit. So sometimes you kind of default to blocking, and then if you think you can get around it, you can dodge through it. I guess another thing you could really be nerdy about is like measuring, does blocking his attack take more or less of my stamina than dodging one time? Like you could dodge, do a counter hit, dodge again, block, counter hit again. So then look at this, right? So how much stamina it's taking, but look how fast that recovers. Stamina recovery rate may be more worthwhile than total stamina, because if it's going to recover fast, you could give me the lowest amount possible so long as it recovers. What do I care? So maybe stamina recovery rate is more valuable than total stamina, or even like the stamina cost of each maneuver. That's just a little hypothesis. Let's go up here. I wish I could run though when there's no enemies. And I wish these stupid enemies would have, oh, you want to ambush me, huh? Alright, a little horizontal double. See, look, I'm out. Oh, it's twin hit move. Alright, I'm healing. Twin hit move, huh? So you see when he flashes red, I don't know what that is. Because the brink dodge leaves that white after image. So what's a brink guard? Is that when it leaves the red after image? Oh, I think this is where I'm supposed to go. Let's take a look back at the what's down here. Why don't we fall down here? Generically. Oh, this is the secret spot. What about this? Break it. It tells me I got something. This treasure chest. So what was I talking about before? When I block something and I flash red, what the heck is that? Because it makes me worry that I'm not getting something good. It makes me worry that I'm at risk for being stamina depleted, or I don't know, something. It doesn't seem to indicate something good is happening to me and my character. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a perfect parry. Yeah, it's either a perfect parry and the best thing that happened in combat, or I'm on the verge of exhaustion and it's the worst thing that could happen in combat. Clear and simple. What else did I think? Yeah, some of these generic light attacks. So I like it. It's quick in terms of your speed of movement and dodging and attacking. And it's sort of... It's so interesting that this game and Nioh have such fast speed, but they're not these free-form flowing action style games. Yeah, I would say Dark Souls and Bloodborne, and I guess Ninja Gaiden, which I'm not by any means an expert on. I've tried them, but I don't know them. But that almost gives you more power to attack how you want. This is a game where you can't just attack the way you want, but you can move the way that you want. And it's all dictated, I think, by the stamina. Maybe that's it. Because like even in Horizon, where there's no stamina, you can really run and slide and dodge however you want. I used melee a lot in that game, and you shooting your bow and stuff. So these action games that have no stamina meter and basically free form to just slash however you want and dodge however you want, give you a lot more initiative to take power over the enemies. And in a game like this, where you're controlled by your own stamina meter, and your attacks are set up in like these very static strings, they're not kind of free-flowing, you can really overextend yourself and give your enemy an opening. So I think that's what I'm kind of learning about right now. Let's look at my gear again. I have a new weapon. It's the same weapon, though. Imperial Soldier's dual wield. I mean, it's a good one. Who could deny it? Total defense. Another, the same thing. What would be the difference between these? I guess they're the same. Defense down. And then some pants. And then what else did I get here? So we got illuminate the surroundings, temporarily increase stamina recovery. I never use stuff like this in an action in any of these Soul style games where you need to like pick up, I don't know, inventory items and stuff. I don't like the idea of using items. But I think that people who play Souls games, or maybe Nioh, like their RPGs, and they want to cast and equip and use items, and like a card game where you're setting up a sequence of spells. I think those players like items, and it's ways to give them health and damage boost, because they're not able to play it. They don't want to play it like a strict action game where they're just relying on control and reaction. Restore 300 health and grants 400 lacrima. That's really what would be good about it. Grants fire, throw, fire damage, sell. Just my luck, they put me in Khazan's transport detail. So yeah, figuring out how to fight. Let's get over to him. Thanks for waiting for me to kill your friend. Maybe Maybe I should try and parry more. I don't have any more health. Maybe I should try and parry more. Because it seems like some of these guys all of a sudden do extreme damage. And is that because of that exhaustion thing? Exhaustion only happens when you're completely out of stamina. So, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, I find myself worried more about stamina than health. That's true. Upgrade stats. So, what do we think? Just more willpower? I mean, I'm getting more health then. Attack damage, stamina recovery, guard damage decrease. Stamina damage increase, and dodge stamina cost decrease. We'll throw a little proficiency in there too. Why not? Why not? I mean, there's no need to really min-max a build in a demo. We'll just figure it out and have fun. Is this the big boss? I kind of already fought maybe two, you'd call him a mini-boss. I don't know that you want to fall down there. Wait a minute. Don't say I didn't tell you. You don't want to fall down there. So now we're going to see what happens when you die. Can I pick up my souls anywhere? On the same spot where I lost them? You can just run through it. You don't have to, you can just run through it. And it seems like the ice is already... It seems like the ice is already broken. Oh, I got a little Monkey King, huh? Not gonna make a monkey out of me. But now they're teaching you this is now a gameplay mechanic. The fucking ice is gonna fall through. But these stupid simians are so light. Well, I fucking blew them open. Alright, pretty cool. So this is why they don't want to give you a jump. I like it. I think it's mechanically made very well. It really, I mean, the I hate to say vibe of it reminds me of Sekiro, but the actual play style reminds me of Nioh. So it's a copycat. It's a copycat of every damn action game for the last 7-8 years. But I mean, it does a decent job. Oh, you know what I want to know? Is it worth doing that? If I swing, I don't... Oh, God. Let me find a way to test this so that won't get me killed. If I swing toward the edge, will I swing my way off the edge? No, you won't. No, you won't. Alright, alright. So there's no swinging me off the edge. Okay, so you don't have to worry about, like, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1. Committing a Harry carry. Okay. What about dodging off the edge? Let me find somewhere to test that. Let me find somewhere to test that. I'll even test it backward. No, you don't. So you cannot accidentally swing or dodge yourself off the edge. Maybe dodge forward? No, you can't. Look at that. Quality of life. Okay. So the lack of a jump or crouch was an artistic decision. Alright. This guy, I fought him already. What, are you afraid to fight him again? Is that a camp? Let's see, let me go up here. Because what do you think? You would think that going straight forward is the way to go, right? As opposed to coming back here. He's got a bow. Let's kill this bow. You can't dodge through the bow. Make sure to kill the bow guy. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, because this fucking guy comes from out of nowhere with his bow. you know, enticing me into his enemies, his friends' clutches. It reminded me of that game Stray Blade, but I think that game had a little bit more uniqueness to it in terms of the setting. That game was so extremely good, Stray Blade. In terms of the like colorful fantasy setting and the weapon customization, you had a lot of weapon selection, and it focused on a parry, but it was done in a really unique way where parry married with dodge in that game very well, where you had to use both. And some weapons had a shield, but I don't think I used them. But I really liked that game. Wait a minute, what? We didn't lock on. I have no stamina, neither does he. Can I knock him off the edge? Nah. Okay. Just be confident and aggressive. I don't think they're really that threatening. There was no difficulty option or anything. Maybe they're just not very aggressive early in the demo or the tutorial. You don't need it to be too hardcore. It doesn't need to be fucking Wolong. Which is funny because it's like, Wolong? Did you mean Wukong? And it's like, no, I meant there's a game called Wolong. And then there's another different game called Wukong. And then there's another game that's called Wu Chang. And then there's another game called... Anyway, I could go on. Let's try and fight him back here in the cavern. I dodged backward, but he still got me. So it doesn't really seem... Where's the invulnerability on the dodge that I'm told about? He kind of like confuses himself. See, wait for that stamina to recover, you know? Gladiator helmet in my gear. We're gonna get heavyweight though. So now I'm fully 52%. Was that good or bad? What weight capacity do I want to stay under? I'll tell you another thing. Let's look at these stats. Where's the explanation of what everything does? Agility is still A rating. Okay. What about my inventory? Retrieves the lacrima lost from Khazan's most recent death and remove frost and frostbite. Okay. I think that's where I came from. There's nothing down here. Well, no, it does look like you could go down there. Maybe you could get knocked down there by the giant. And absorb.
Yetis! There are Yetis here! Everyone run!
Just got some more generic monkeys. Sometimes, hey, what the hell? So sometimes blocking doesn't really seem to do much. You think when that red flash happens, I'm taking damage? You know, this is a game where I almost would want automatic lock-on when I hit an enemy. Because you definitely have to lock on when you fight. Maybe that's worth looking at in the menu. Here we go. This is an interact spot. Okay. Let's take a look at this. So when I'm fighting these monkeys, Sometimes I'm holding block, but it seems like they're still getting damage on me. What's up with that? Maybe I just was blocking too late. They got fast attacks. And when I crushed that Yeti, I was like sitting waiting for my stamina to recover. So maybe when you exhaust yourself, there's like a penalty. There's a stamina penalty. What else was I thinking? Yeah, blocking seems kind of whack. It seems like you want to be dodging. Because if you're not going to... I don't know. Have I been doing any perfect blocks? That's not really my style. I'm not really into... I don't know. I'm not really into parrying in some of these action games. We've been trained so much to dodge. It's like most games don't even have a block anymore because block is so defensive you don't get a counterattack. Dodging is a better defensive tool because you reposition yourself, you're invulnerable. So then it would come down to the stamina penalty. What costs more, dodging or just blocking an attack or two? And maybe you can get a counter hit afterward. And then they put the emphasis so much on parry. So maybe I'll try and figure out the usefulness of block compared to dodging. Because it seems like when I try and block, I wind up doing it too slow and get hit. And it's like, blocking, you just press and hold L1. How am I too slow to block, but I'll hit dodges all day? So what do I want? So strength seems to be, you can get more weight. Receive stamina, damage decrease. Oh. Endurance, more stamina. Stamina recovery rate. Does anything else do stamina recovery? Willpower and guard. Yeah, willpower seems good. Guard, stamina damage decrease. What about proficiency? Stamina damage increase. I can notice it. Dodge, stamina, decrease cost. So here's where we're fine-tuning it. Proficiency only decreases the cost of dodging, but every other maneuver is still going to cost the same. So it may be an instance where total stamina and stamina recovery rate is better than simply reducing the cost of dodging. But I kind of like that idea. I can tell it works with the stamina, I don't know, damage increase, 0.7%. You can't notice that. Maybe proficiency is no good. Dodge stamina cost decrease by 11%. That's pretty heavy. But stamina increase by 26. Stamina recovery rate up by 1.5. Stamina recovery only by half. Strength. My weight will go up. Maybe you don't need... So maybe strength doesn't really have anything to do with the weapons. Because it doesn't seem like any of these stats relate to the weapons you can equip. So maybe I got totally off kilter. Maybe until you have less than an A agility rank, you don't even care. And I'll tell you something else too. I'll tell you something else I want to do too. Let's strip all this guy's clothing off, and then let's see if we can get better than an A agility rating. No. So what's really the point of the strength stat? If you're super over-equipped, maybe you need better weight. So attack damage though, up by 3. Yeah, but what's the percentage? I mean, I know what an addition. Oh my god, I understand. 131 plus 3, you could get a percentage, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the damage increase it's going to do to the enemies. You don't know what 3 points on your attack damage is going to do to an enemy, unless it's just generic addition. So vitality will skip, endurance, total stamina 26, stamina recovery rate. I'm going to become an endurance main. All right, fine. You sold me. I'll become an endurance main, but I think out of this, strength may have been attack damage. They could all be good. It could become like Nio, where at a high level, you wind up just maxing everything and it doesn't really matter. And that's why it's split up so much. They want to reward you no matter what you want to try and do. Proficiency, though, I don't know, dodge decrease? From one level up to the next, do you really notice, like, man, dodging is really cutting my stamina down, or, you know, I kind of could use a little bit more. Recovery rate, guard, stamina, damage decrease. But I'll tell you why this doesn't help. The recovery doesn't help when you exhaust yourself, because there's that penalty. Attack damage and weight. Received stamina, damage decrease. I'm gonna go another strength. Because I want that 3-point damage boost. So dumb. Let me go farm these monkeys. Get that damage boost. Huh? Look at that. I'm out of stamina because I fucking ran here. You comboing me. Dumb monkey. Look at that. Oh my god, in the camera, he doesn't even click them. He doesn't even click them. That's another thing I need to edit. That's another thing I need to edit. You cannot use the battered nexus during battle. Oh, another monkey? Hey, hey! During battle. Let's practice parrying then. Oh! So the red is a parry and he gets knocked down. And he gets decapitated. So what do I want to do? Stupid strength? Stamina damage increase. Dodge stamina cost decrease. Willpower. Willpower does attack damage also? By 5?! What the fuck, dude? You screwed me on the strength build! Are you kidding me? It's just for weight? Receive stamina damage decrease. Stamina recovery rate? I'm a willpower build, damn it. I didn't know that. Willpower increases attack damage. I'm a willpower build with the side of endurance. Glad we got that out of the way. I have to re-roll this whole Berserker. So I see underneath my camera I got a lot of gold, but I haven't come across any merchant. So what's the point of the gold?
Here he is.
You know, where can I spend it? I'll say so far I'm having fun and I like it. This is a tutorial section, damn it. I don't want to run and handle that archer because it might entice an ambush. So I'm going to entice this guy to follow me here. I blocked. I think the block is just slow. There we go. So bust his stamina and then kill him. See, I like the heavy attack because it staggers them. You see what I'm saying? The heavy attack staggers. And I can't go back to the plot. Oh, fuck. It's trapped up there. Yeah, I like it so far. It feels really good, and the rules make sense. It doesn't seem so hardcore either. It's just kind of a unique combination of every action game ever that you've already played already. So, if you don't want something unique, but you just want something good, that might work really well. Because Wolong tried really hard to be unique, and I don't think it turned out as well. But this game, it doesn't really seem to want to innovate on anything. But the execution's there, so if you needed an action game, you could pick this one up and have... Whoa! Oh, I fucked up! You could have stabbed him. I gotta remember to press and hold dodge. I'm stuck on the root! I dodged again, but I had to recover. I'm staggered. I hit it again. Okay, this cave sucks. I don't like fighting in this cave. He does it twice, and I'm broken. I tried dodging backwards and he grabbed me. I didn't even hit it. I was late. Yeah, he's gonna win. He's got a little bit of a delay attack too. I hit it again. I think I'm just not timing it well. That's fucked up. Okay, I'm dodging into it. That's why. All right, all right. No way. Damn. I'm fucking up all these mini bosses, dude. Damn. I wouldn't call fucking up if you're a hit dead with no heals, but hey, I like this game. And do you know why? The fighting is a little bit slow-paced, even though the maneuvers are quick-paced. And you can really understand why your ideas go wrong and you get hit when you're trying to play this. Like, I'm dodging into his swing. That's no good. He delays it and I mistime it. That's no good. I dodge a little bit early because he's got this big, tall attack box that comes down. It's got to travel very far. And so I dodged like backward a little bit early and he hit. So there were plenty of times where I'm looking at him, I'm thinking of what I want to do, and then he attacks really quick and I didn't even hit the button yet. I didn't hit block or I didn't hit dodge and he got me. Or he winds up a second or third swing and it's staggered. I dodge the right way, but he catches it, or I dodge into the attack. So I think every time I got hit that fight was on me. And so when you realize, like, oh, there are rules to the fight, it's not just cheap tempo for the attack stagger or cheap enormous hitboxes, you start to like trying to battle with these enemies. I like this way more than Wolong. I think Wolong, with those birds, I played the first demo, I streamed the first demo, and then I played the second demo, which was like the real intro to the game, the tutorial and the boss. And I mean, they improved it. There were things I wanted to like about that game, but I don't think it was very good. You could play it and have fun. I think you could definitely play Wolong and have fun. But I think I'm even having more fun with this game than Wukong. Because Wukong didn't give you the initiative to, like, break enemies the way that this game does. That game seemed to be focused on the bosses so much more. In this game, the bosses are kind of like a treat. I think this game has a lot going for it because it took certain parts of each action game that it liked and then lined it up and executed it very well. So with this smorgasbord of action titles, I could probably come up with 10 games, and each of them are just a little bit different. And so everyone, it's kind of like the side-scrolling action games. Everyone's going to have their favorite. Like, I like Moonscars more than Blasphemous, but that doesn't mean that I would review it higher than Blasphemous, right? So if you like Nioh and maybe Code Vein, and maybe the stiffer Dark Souls games, you'll really like this. Now I'm fucking dead. And I can't go back either. Well, yes I can. What if I use, because I'm dead. What if I use this item? I have more gear. A lot more, huh? Still have A agility rate and an accessory. Why don't I do this? What is it still saying here? A new weapon? Oh, no shit. We're damaging weapon. Let's use my inventory. What was the one that said? Retrieves lacrima from my death. Well, I never died, except at one time. I thought there was one that would bring me back to the lantern. Ah, shit. No way there's not. Well, then I'll tell you what I want to do. What if I die? There's no enemies, though. What if I die close to there? Damn, that sucks, because I'm gonna have to die to get my heals back. Unless I want to no-hit run this demo. Well, they're gonna fight. Let's watch them fight. Damn, he got perfected. Uh-oh. I guess I could run by them. He's barely even doing any damage. Whoa, you're gonna critical his... You're gonna critical the boss? They're barely taking damage. Damn, his archer's fucking him up. Why not do a critical on him? My thought was you could use this fight to sneak past them. But the archer's doing the most work. Are they healing? No, they're fighting. You could go around. I'm gonna go around. Grab this. What about this path? That's not a path. I'm out of stamina. I'm gonna try and get killed by this archer. Here, kill me there, and then I'll pick up my stuff. Khazan has fallen, and I'll pick up my stuff. And I'll just be really cautious. I got it. That's cool. You can parry a whatever it's called. So you can initiate that special attack from rather far away. And I think the input buffer is pretty good too. Even though the controls, even though the attacks are very set, you can buffer like a heavy attack out of stuff pretty easily.
Help me!
So let me see this shit. See, look, you're gonna take a lot of damage trying to swing with a light attack and not really getting anything on the enemy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna fight these guys. I'm gonna let them fight this dude and get distracted. Watch this. And I'll run through. Oh, and I'm back there? Shortcuts. Interact with various terrain features such as carts, ladders, and trees to create shortcuts. These shortcuts allow Khazan to traverse the map faster. Okay. Interact and kick. And then there it is. So then let's go fight that dude. Let's crush him. I guess I could have taken the shortcut. Fucking and ran back there. But then let's see them fight each other. How much have they they're not doing anything. It'd just be like a three-way war. So let's fight this dude together. I'll do the real damage to him. Let him recover. Look, we'll team up. Look at that. Where you have the Man, he interrupted me. So he's got this shield that I gotta bust open. But he has these maneuvers. I'm out of stamina. Alright. See, you don't really want to do that. It's just like try and whip a heavy and make him walk in. See, he's gonna beat me. Like that. You can pick up an item while in an animation. Let me swing through him. Oh, he's got 2 hits, huh? It's funny that the most basic enemy gave me more trouble than the Colossus. Let's see here. What do I have? upgrade stats. So I'm going to do what? Willpower and endurance? What do I need more? I'm running out of stamina. Stamina recovery rate. Alright, I'll do it. After upgrade, I got nothing more. Okay, so stamina. I wasted 2. Damn, I could have 15 willpower right now. What about any items? Any... Why are you telling me to check my inventory for something on the collection? Who cares? Let's see this. I want the... Yeah, I want these stat boosts. So then that's another element of this game. Dropping and looting gear. I don't know that the enemies drop gear so much. What are you saying? An identification tag issued to Heimlich scouts. The medal bears the name of one of its members. What do you say? The Bantu speak of a massive Yeti, one so fearsome that 9 of their warriors have fallen to it. Yeah, okay, that's fine. The lore in the notepad. I don't care. What was I talking about that was way more important? Inventory. I was talking about dropping inventory items. I don't know that the enemies are dropping them so much as I'm finding the gear. Hey, that looks like me. I guess that is me. Okay, a bigger Yeti. He's got spikes. He's got spikes. So far, these bosses have been tough and required a lot of focus. Look at that! Look at that delay. Wow, he hit me still. I dodged into a block and it didn't count. The delay. It whiffs. The heavy after. Triple heavy. Oh! Pulling his hand out of the ground. Oh, that's an attack! That's gonna whiff, though. Oh, it hit him. I like this game. It's fun. You gotta run after him, though. And that's gonna waste stamina. I can't believe I missed that dodge. That was a kill! Killing blow. That was a little cheap. I'm really taking a lot of damage. That's how I feel. I'm taking tons of damage. I feel like I'm taking a lot of damage from this guy. What can I do about that? I got tons of gear. More health. Well, I'm in there already. Remember? I'm trying to figure out when I can attack him. Oh, you think try perfect block more? Yeah, see, I'm doing it too soon. All right. I'm doing it too soon. What's going on here? Just gotta pay attention. They got the double. All right, I'm 0-0. Pay attention. 0 attention paid. What was that thing right there? Hey, notice, so that Yeti spawns right there, and that's why he's so close. That's interesting. I guess you hear him. Can you farm these bodies on the ground? I guess you could farm the Yeti and the other guy. See, I was too far away. Need my health or stamina back. can't believe that fucking whiffed. I want to get close to him, so he's not like... That swung all the way around 360. I didn't hit it. And I hit dodge again. I'm dodging late on that. Maybe you should just get away from him when he does that move. I'm trying to find all the opportunities to damage him, because a lot of his attacks move him away from me afterward. A lot of his attacks move him away from me afterward. So I'm trying to see when I can get a heavy in. Whoa, you can dodge into an attack? Maybe I could hold it. What the fuck? Yeah, it might be too risky. Out of stamina. Alright. Wow. Was his phase 2? Gonna throw shit at me? Oh, okay. That pissed me off. Dead. That kind of pissed me off because I dodged forward. How, like, what else would you have done? Run toward him? You could run toward him, I guess. That went a little better. You can kind of get... You can't really sneak a heavy in between his attacks, but you can... Like there. Not really. Yeah, sometimes I'm just like dodging so far around him. It's like I'm getting so far out of the attack, eventually it just goes back in. Like, you rotate 180 degrees to avoid it, and you go so far, it's like, well, you're just back in the way of the attack again. And figuring, oh my god, I hate that. So I'm forgetting a couple minor things. And then getting out of the way of that one. So is it worth trying to punish him? And I have no stamina. What the fuck? I dodged it. I don't know. Maybe my reaction is just a little bit late. I'll accept that maybe I'm just being late on it. So yeah, the heavy is too risky to punish between that. Oh, you have to run. This is a terrible try. Maybe I could stop him from picking up that rock. Or maybe it'll kill me as he pulls it out of the fucking ground. Alright. Maybe it'll kill me as he pulls it out of the fucking ground. I wish I wouldn't have wasted one hit point on strength. Could have been a willpower build. I'm out of stamina. You should be kind of aggressive. I'm out of stamina! I dodged, but I think I was in an animation. Should I? Oh, fuck! I forgot about that shit. I just want to run away. I'm out of stamina! You cocksucker! God fucking damn it! That's like 3 fucking hits already! So let's try this. We're gonna run toward him. And dodge toward him. Ah, frost freeze? I don't think I hit the dodge. I don't like his back there. I can't even get a punish on it. I can't even get a punish on it. You want to get out of the way. Once again, I'm out of fucking stamina. Alright, so now this is becoming officially a problem. This is now officially becoming a problem. I gotta farm fucking stamina? That sucks. Because I accidentally became a proficiency build? That fucking stinks. So... this phase 2, he's got a new fucking spin around attack. What do I want? Willpower, damage, stamina recovery rate, or total stamina? I hate that I would need to do more health. Because it doesn't seem like health's the recovery rate. I'm a fucking endurance build? Fuck. I'm an endurance build? I think being aggressive in the early part of the fight and getting him, stamina broken. Fuck! Not getting hit by these obvious attacks. I'm in the way! I'm in the way of his fucking... his moves still. Look, it's not dodging correctly now. I'm like off kilter. And I'm out of stamina. I just fucking upgraded. Alright. That doesn't count. I'm getting fatigued in my brain mental. Why'd I have to waste that 1 point on proficiency? Son of a bitch. Just perfectly dodge everything and never get hit. It's that simple. Thanks for whiffing. Oh yeah, that's an attack too. I forgot. Him moving is an attack. And then he pulls his hand out, right? I dodged a little bit too early. I tried to get a second one in there. Where's the fucking stamina, dude? This... I fucking wasted it, dude. I wasted it trying to dodge 3 fucking times, and I'm exhausted. And then moving around is an attack? This guy's cheap. Do I have any new gear? No, of course not. So, is dodging... So you have a dodge... You have an attack out of dodge, which kind of sucks. It's getting better, I'm learning. See, look, he's got his hitbox all fucked up now. Now he's got a new... Now he doesn't spin around, he just does it 5 different times. And I'm already in an animation, I'm fucking dead. I'm already in an animation. And then you unlock me. Lock on, damn it! Fuck! And he does it twice. I'm getting pissed off by this little cocksucker. He's inventing new moves. He's inventing new moves mid-fight. Alright, fuck you. I'm getting fucking distracted by his new fucking moves. Alright, I'll explain everything going wrong. I dodged too late. Shut up! Alright, fuck this one. Alright, what the hell's going on here? because I'm not perfectly aligned with his little attack, all of a sudden my dodge technique is not working. Because I'm fucking... It's like I'm off kilter, so the way I learned to dodge is now putting me back in his fucking hitbox. So if he's not perfectly looking at you when he's swinging, you can rotate all around him and go right back in the way of the attack. So, lining up the dodge, and then obviously timing the dodge. But then he came up with a variation on his 5-hit whirl around where he doesn't do the 4th and 5th hit twice. He just does it 4 then 5. So he invented a new string, and then he invented new attacks where he moves around and that's an attack. He pulls his hand out after he whiffs an attack, that's an attack. I get behind him and he falls backward, that's an attack. So he's inventing new attacks, which is cheap. If he only had the attacks that I'd memorized, it'd be easy. And I'm running out of stamina. And my attacks don't fucking work. They don't reach. That's actually a good question. Am I gonna get new weapons? So you only get a heavy after that? And then look, he pulls his hand out, but I'll charge him. What? Ugh. That's still cheap. I got lucky there. That's a tough one to dodge because he delays it. I'm out of stamina. And I'm stuck! I'm completely stuck. I fucking dodged it. And is it because I'm dodging forward and he's getting me? So some of the stuff I might be dodging wrong. That was delayed. And then he does it twice. So... what's the first way he does it? Does he do it this way and then backward? And then if he... I don't know. He does the 2 sequence, and then he does the 3rd sequence, and I think I dodged into it wrong. Because I think rather than dodging left, right, I was just kept dodging to the left. And it works with the first 2 hits, but then, like I say, you rotate around him, and then he turns and swings, and it fucks up your dodge technique. So when he does that 5-hit sequence, he does... what does he do? I think he does his left hand to the left, then his right hand to the right, and then his right hand... what does he do? He does his left hand to the left, then he does his right hand to the right, then I think he does his left hand to the right. And you can't keep dodging left, because you're going to rotate all around. You wind up going right back in front of him. And then he... what does he do then? And then he decides whether he wants to do it twice at once. And I can't figure out how to get out of the way, so I just run. See, look, I'm walking around him and timing a dodge. Maybe I should just stand still and let him face me. What is this fucking stagger? See, look. Look at that. Oh, and he didn't do the double. What the fuck was that? Oh yeah, the run. Oh my fucking god. Fuck! That was so fucking cheap. What a cheap setup. So do you not want to go under him? What a fucking cheap setup. So do you not want to go under him? Do you not want to go under him? Because does he throw it or does he dive with it? My dodge worked. Didn't come out. Alright. I'll admit the game's got great controls, so if something doesn't come out, I'm in an animation already, or I hit it late. Or I'm out of stamina. No. I fucking dodged there, so there's really very little invulnerability. I was late there. You get hit with a, you get hit with a stagger. Like I said, sometimes I'm strafing around him. I'm strafing around him rather than just standing still and dodging. And it's fucking up the angle of the dodge. And then sometimes I'll hit the button late and I'll get hit, and now you're stuck. You're staggered and you're right in front of him, and he's winding up for something else. So you gotta forget like what he was doing and what I wanted to do. I don't hit the button in time. His attack comes out, hits me. Now I gotta forget that and look at the next thing he's trying to do and what I gotta do next. And some of this stuff, it's like... So then is it more about the placement of your character and his hitbox and less about the invulnerability? Because the dodging does not seem to have a lot of invulnerability. Like, when you're... Like, look at where he ends up. When you're there, you have no invulnerability. So is the dodging... And because they're saying there's this perfect brink dodge... Maybe that's like a just frame dodge, just like a just frame block. And they want it to be at the start of the dodge, not at the end. So it's not like the roll in Bloodborne compared to the dodge, where like you have this big invulnerable gap. With this game, maybe the invulnerability is at the very beginning. And so if I dodge forward, I'm not going to be able to go through attacks. Because sometimes I'm like landing where his attack lands, and I'm getting in the way and getting hit, like that punch. And he has a lot of delay attacks. I think they look unique enough. Look at like that. Like that. So you're trying to time the dodge for the invulnerability, but then you wind up landing in the region of his hitbox. What do I get for that? One hit? So it's more about timing the dodge than the hitbox? That's a little bit weird. Oh, he comes down with it. You can dodge after. Alright. Look at that, see? There's no way I was getting around that. Fuck. He's gonna do the double. Oh, I should have healed. We shouldn't even be getting hit. Kind of getting tired of looking at this fucking idiot. So there's something about, it's about the timing the dodge, not the hitbox. I pressed it, dude. I'm getting, I think, tired of doing this shit. It's gonna not even hit. Out of fucking heals already. Oh, I forgot his little, that's his maneuver. See, look, like, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I wonder if I could hit him again and then do it. Alright, you maybe get an additional free attack. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, there's no like, sequence or anything. So how do I deal with this now? Let him fly up. Oh, there's ice. I'm probably gonna get hit. I have no stamina. Fucking turnaround attack, dude. Oh my god. Fucking turnaround attack. Got hit too much in the beginning, though. I'm just getting, my mind's getting fatigued. It's still fun. I think I'm just dodging late. I'm not trying to time the dodge. Alright. Like right there when I pressed the fucking button, god damn it. Boy, ranting like that really makes you feel good. Venting after a bullshit hit. Nice whiff. Thanks a lot. Don't charge it up! Alright. Fuck this. I got no fucking stamina, and he's not charging it. It's a fucking move. I hate this guy. I'm out of stamina again. How come recovering from his own attacks is a fucking attack? I'm out of stamina! Fuck! Damn it, dude. It's the same problem again and again. It's the same problem again and again. Attack after attack after attack. You have no fucking stamina. Do you know why? Because when I dodge his attack and try and punish him, that takes stamina. So then I'm fucking chasing him. Because I gotta run toward him because he runs away from me, that pussy. And so then he winds up with another fucking 3-hit, 5-hit sequence. And I gotta dodge again. Oh, and it's not a perfect dodge. So it's not a brink dodge. So there's no fucking invulnerability. You land in his hitbox still. And then I wind up getting hit anyway, and the stamina's gone from the fake dodge that didn't recover or fucking avoid the hit. And then he whiffs a move because you're supposed to dodge it, and then you try and take a punish on him. But that's just a sleight of hand, and then he pulls his arm out of the ground, and that's another attack that you forgot about. And you can't dodge because you're charging your heavy attack to do damage on him. So maybe the charge heavy is not worth it. Maybe the charge heavy is not worth it, and we just want to do a normal, ordinary dodge. I fucking hit it. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. You don't see him fucking... You don't see me waiting for him to swing? I'm fucking waiting and waiting and waiting. Look, waiting and waiting and waiting. With no stamina. No stamina. No stamina. What's he do here? And they puts it down. Like that. I pressed it, dude. I'll admit that I don't know the timing on that one, but I'm trying. You can see him winding up. You're like, I see him fucking winding up. And then it fucking whiffs. I hate that. It's home in on me. Oh, that was bad. So you should get a big combo on him. And I'm dead. And I'm dead. And I'm dead. I got maybe one more big serious try in me. I want to beat him. I like the game. I think that the game's good and fun, and I like it. If I can criticize one thing, other than... if I can criticize one thing, this is just a tutorial. The levels seem very linear. So it's not even like you're... It's not even like you're walking out and around, like, Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne, they have this big sprawling interconnected world. And Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring and Sekiro, they've had big wide open or more open worlds. This seems very narrow. So that's a criticism. The levels seem very narrow. And I don't know if I'm getting loot from treasure chests or the guys. But it could just be a tutorial section. As far as the controls and the combat, I think it's one of the better action games that's come out recently. I think with this boss, I'm not perfectly timing the dodges. And it's like, dodge is supposed to be generic and parry is supposed to be perfect time. Why do you fucking make it hard to get invulnerability from the dodge? The sacrifice is that you won't get a counter hit and it costs a lot of stamina. But they don't understand how to fucking design this shit, dude. Dodge is supposed to be easy and parry is supposed to be difficult. And parry is supposed to be no stamina, high reward. Block is supposed to be less stamina, less reward. And dodge is supposed to be easy but no reward. That's the fucking trade-off, dude. That's how you balance it. Dark Souls 1 did it. How come everybody tries to reiterate on Dark Souls? Right? It's like all these platform fighters trying to make a spin-off of Smash Brothers. It did it the best. That's why it's... Nobody did it well until one person did it the best, and then everybody tries to iterate off that. So speaking of idiots, let's fight this fucking guy. Pressed it. He's gonna wear down my stamina with these fucking sequences. I will say though that the hitboxes are very fair. Like, it's crazy how accurate they are. Maybe I'll just dodge backwards. That takes so much stamina, though, for how little punishment I get. Look, I'm out of stamina! And I dodged it, and okay. He did the hold up. What did he fucking do? Check the tape. What did he do? He did a hold up move. I dodged it. I was early, low on stamina. It's delayed. I have enough stamina to dodge again. I attack him. He gets up. He tries to do something, and I dodge, but he still clips me. It's not a perfect dodge. I get out. He clips me. I don't take hit stun, but it clips me, and I take big damage. And then I have no stamina, and I press it, and it flashes red, and I'm now exhausted. And even though I didn't get exhausted by being hit, so I'm not frozen, I can't dodge, and I have no stamina, and it's not recovering. And then, so he does the delay. I get out of the way in 2 attempts. Then he gets up and does a spin around attack, and I dodge. But he clips me somehow. And then I have no stamina, and then he does a behind the back shoulder charge, homing, and kills me. So the one thing I notice is he has a lot of attacks from like a wide variety of angles. I guess it's cool that he has so many attacks from wherever you're positioned by him. And the hitboxes are real accurate, like the directions you have to dodge this shit. I don't know why I fucked that one up. I want a longer range weapon. I have to test whether the charge is better than the normal heavy. So charging that 5-string backwards is better. That gets me every time. He's got a lot of attacks that just trick me. Like that too. So you can get 2 lights and 2 heavies. Maybe you could do better than that. And then he does something else after this, doesn't he? He does the ice thing. Oh my god. He does the ice thing, I think. I might not be behind him. And then he does something else. Let me get my stamina back. That's an attack too! I was even saying, what? That might be an attack too. And I said, oh my god, dude. I said, when he kicks out of the ground, it might be an attack. Oh my god. I fucking said, watch when he's on the ground. When he kicks up the ground, it might be an attack. And then I said, watch when he winds up behind you. Even if you dodge, it's going to spin all the way around. So maybe it's on me. I'm not dodging toward the attack and timing the fucking dodge. Is it on me because I'm not blocking enough? Fuck! Oh, fucking goddamn! I'm fucking exhausted. That's why he fucking got hit. Dumbass. I pressed it. Whatever. Fucking whatever, dude. There are times when I'm getting hit because I didn't press it. There are times when I'm getting hit because I didn't press it. And then there are times when I'm getting hit because I'm not timing the dodge well enough, even though I'm fucking directing the dodge well enough. That's fucking pissing me off. And I'm running out of fucking stamina. It's unacceptable. It's completely fucking unacceptable. So what do I do? That's really the thing that's bothering me. Forgetting about an attack is on me, and pressing it late's on me. Not timing it correctly, but getting the direction correct, and still getting clipped at the end of the dodge, I think is maybe it's a coincidence, and it's almost to the benefit of how accurate this guy's hitbox are, and the fact that he can rotate 360 and where you are around him triggers certain attacks. But I mean, it seems very free, even though you're locked onto him. That really sucks when you know the attack and you time it and you. This is the thing. You know the attack, you dodge the correct direction, and you're too early, so the timing isn't perfect, and the hitbox still hits you. When you see me getting hit at the end of a dodge by the attack still, that's a little weird. Is that the direction is wrong? I don't know about that. You should be invulnerable enough where it really shouldn't matter. That's what I think. I think you should be way more fucking invulnerable. So maybe blocking more. But I can't block. I have no stamina. That's the real criminal. That's the real crime. So, strength is fucking worthless. Stamina recovery rate and more stamina and health. I wouldn't mind having more damage. Damage, stamina recovery rate, and guard stamina decrease. I'm not guarding a lot. Health, stamina damage increase. I don't really need to damage him that much. Dodge stamina cost decrease. Up 1.2. Damage recovery rate, I mean, it's recovering. The problem is not that it's not recovering. The problem is it's getting exhausted. So you may need a total. I may do... I'm doing 1 willpower, definitely. I wonder if I want endurance or proficiency then. Dodge stamina cost decrease. Only... I don't know, though. 12.5. I wish I would not have gone strength. That's a waste. Endurance by a lot. Stamina by a lot. Alright, fine, endurance. I think you need it. I think strength is a waste, and you don't need more vitality. Endurance and willpower will get you the damage, the stamina, and the guard decrease increase, and the stamina recovery rate. Because I'm already recovering damn near 50% faster. Proficiency. Stamina damage increase. What do we think? I still have that, I have that gem. I have that gem that gives me... what's it called? 2 grand, but that's not enough for really anything. I cannot fucking believe that always hits me. Well, I guess I can believe it always hits me. What are you doing now? I don't have any stamina. Unbelievable! Even after a fucking upgrade! And he does a fucking follow-up after this shit too, right? What are you doing? Do the ice breath. Oh, he's not doing the ice breath. All right. Does he pull out somewhere? Dude. Wow, double stamina break? I have to just do it. I couldn't get one more heavy on him? Alright. He hit me somewhere in there and I didn't like that. But it's fine. It's not catharsis at all. It's fucking agony. What, it would have been perfect, but of course I got fucking hit by some bullshit. What did he hit me with? He hit me with something. I don't know, it doesn't matter.
What have we here?
Select difficulty? What? What have I been playing on for the whole time? Why didn't you tell me at the beginning of the demo?
I was lucky it was the Bantu who found me. Your body, give it to us.
Are we awake, sir?
This is what I talked about with Devil May Cry. You spend so much time with some fucking boss. You don't even remember the story.
You have a ghost possessing you. Apologies, but to conquer it, you must undergo the trials of the Snow Mountain. You must be careful. The ghost possessing you is a powerful one. It will be very dangerous to purge yourself of it.
Your body. We must have it.
So I'm possessed by a ghost and I gotta purge it? Shouldn't they have shown this at the beginning of the demo? Storm pass, huh? What's down here? Nothing? Nothing. Whoa, it's like frame stuttering all of a sudden. Okay. I don't know what that's all about. What happened with that boss fight? There was just like one thing that didn't go right. This phase 2, he pulls the rock. I dodged that. Then he does something else. Oh, maybe it was the beginning sequence of the 5-string. I don't know. I maybe dodged backwards later. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It was almost perfect, but of course it wasn't. What's back there?
You want to rid yourself of the ghost. You must prove yourself in the trials of the
Bantu
3.
gods.
After that, you must find a way through the storm at the mountain's apex.
End conversation. What did I get? What did I get? Any new gear? Yeah. What about a new accessory? Attack damage against beats. Charge attack damage. Alright, I do that a lot. What is this? Used to craft gear from the frozen mountain.
May the blessings of the 3 go with you.
We've got these rabbit statues. What do I think? So then, what would I say is good, and who could I recommend this to? I definitely think that the combat is good. And that boss was fun. He was not frustrating, he was interesting. Getting the nuances of the combat seems to be... But then, I think that Elden Ring, which is probably the most recent, quote, action game people have played, which is going to branch them into more honed, specific action games like this and Wukong and others. Here's the thing. The original action games like Devil May Cry and God of War and Ninja Gaiden were like long adventures. They were single-player adventures, whether they used levels like Devil May Cry or Ninja Gaiden, or whether they had a world like God of War that you could travel through. It was more like the level and the combat were in even focus. And then Souls came along, and it almost tricked you into thinking that the combat was not the focus, even though Dark Souls 1 is as much of an action game as Devil May Cry. And the levels were so put together, and this is now in this realm of no loading. So it's not like Devil May Cry, the levels are split up in missions. It's like the whole map is there. So you have a map, not levels. But then you're also getting stats and character building, and then equipment pickups. So the set loot was different than random drop loot. And you could sort of quest for a specific weapon or gear when you wanted to build a new character. And the build made the game unique and interesting through each playthrough. So then people started copying the formula, but they focused on hard enemies, ambushes, tough bosses. And then we kind of saw this new resurgence of action games, but they weren't really copying the Souls formula of having this world and the levels or unique items and character building. It was like unique items for like stamina boost your stamina, do electric damage. So there's all these items, and all these crafting. Like you could craft an item to throw at an enemy. It's like, well, what does that have to do with character build? So they lack the character build element. And then all these action games are coming out now where it's like, oh, action game combat is now click R3 to lock on. There's no jump. You have the perfect time to dodge and the roll. And that's it. So this click R3 to lock on combat became action games. True style Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden, beat 'em up God of War is like not an action game anymore. That's like a beat 'em up game, which don't exist anymore. And now there's click R3 to lock on Souls clone. So everything is click R3, stand still, and like parry, tight dodge. So you have to judge all these new games: Wukong, Wolong, Sword and Fairy, Yan 1, Sword 7. I mean, even like Yakuza, all action game has completely shifted to lock on and stand still and block. So how would you compare this game to other games with that style? The thing that this game gets right is that the combat feels, both in terms of the controls, it's almost like you have a lot of control. It's very swift. It's not tight, and it's not tight like Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls, or even Nioh. And it's not loose like Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne. And every game that's going to model the click R3 combat style of Dark Souls is going to have to be judged against it, because you can't judge it against Devil May Cry or God of War. So it's like, well, okay, how's the combat? Nioh tried like after Dark Souls 3, when Souls games were still separate from action games, there came 3 games at once: Sekiro, Nioh, and Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima has more in common with Assassin's Creed in terms of the combat, and then this Sony story game and the open world. So that's in its own category. That's not Souls at all. No one would confuse it as that. And it's got a very unique combat system. But Nioh was so closely adjacent to Dark Souls and Bloodborne at that time, 2017? Because games were still not doing a good job copying Souls, even generically. Dark Souls 2 was the only Souls clone that existed at that time. And so Nioh comes out, and Nioh says it's going to be a little bit tighter, and you're going to dodge and key pulse and run. And the levels are going to be individual levels in a region, and you're going to load it on a map, and we're going to have Diablo-style looting, where you're killing enemies, demons, and soldiers, and you're going to loot enemies, and we've got weapon stances, and we've got weapon types. So Nioh had so much unique about it in terms of, and the way the stats lined up. The stats in Nioh are like this game, where it's like stat percentages. It's not an ability to wield a weapon or an ability to carry more weight or anything like that. It's like, it's much more about just min-maxing, rather than enabling you to be able to have a weapon or to do some ability. So Nioh was so different, but Nioh was like trekking through these little sequences of levels, killing enemies, looting, having gold, junking junk items, forging like better items, like rare, powerful, elemental items. And the combat style was so tight, now it became this split where it's like, all right, if you want to, you can differentiate yourself from Dark Souls style lock-on combat if you wanted to. And then all these games started spilling out of the woodwork. And it's been this progression of, now even with Elden Ring going to an open world, having jumping, and then Wukong comes out, and it's like, Wukong was the, and Wukong and Stellar Blade were these two instances where it's like, okay, people know about Dark Souls, and they know that basically every clone of Dark Souls, like Wolong and Nioh, they don't hit the same audience that Dark Souls has, because Dark Souls is a little bit more loose and flowing. It focuses on sprawling, interconnected worlds and character building. And Nioh focused on a different combat system and looting. And then Wolong is like, we're going to have lock-on and dodge and jump and parry and block and items. But it's like, so what? By this point, players are saying, so what? We've done it already. The uniqueness of the setting and the lore, the levels, the building, the gear, and the combat has been done so well by Dark Souls, it's not really worth trying to copy anymore. And the only way you're going to differentiate yourself is to have a new combat system. So now all these games start coming out, like, then Wolong and Stellar Blade get announced and revealed. And so my big question with Stellar Blade was, hey, I bet it's not a Souls clone. I bet it's a Bayonetta clone. Maybe that'll be unique and we'll get back to this old style of Twitch action, Devil May Cry, God of War, Ninja Gaiden. The big three back in the 2000s on PlayStation and Xbox original. And then Stellar Blade wound up being a fucking Dark Souls clone. Has nothing to do with Bayonetta. And I said, okay, it's not a bad game, but I'm not into it. Then Wukong comes out, and again, it's like, is it going to be a free-flowing action game like Ninja Gaiden and Bayonetta, or is it going to be a standstill, click R3, lock on, wait for the enemy, wait to dodge, wait to parry, wait to get your stamina back, Souls clone? And it kind of rides the line right in the middle, where because it's in Unreal 5, the engine makes it feel so different. Like spinning that little baton and knocking the enemies on their head. So attacking in that game, Wukong, Black Myth Wukong, attacking feels like the older action games. But the standstill and stiff dodge and the block parry still feels like generic Souls. But because I liked fighting in that game so much, I said it was enjoyable. But it still has the stiff dodge. It doesn't have the loose roll that Bloodborne, ironically, and Dark Souls 3 had. And those are my favorite Souls games. Admittedly, the newer ones. But, I mean, no one's questioning DS1 isn't the best. It's the best one. And it's the one that made me like those games. So, why it's important to analyze a game's design is because this is going to release at $70. And you're going to have to question, why am I going to pay $70 to play it? If I already have the best action games that exist, I have the uniqueness of the Souls games that exists, and then some clone is going to come out, and I have to decide, is it worth doing the same thing again, but in a worse form, a generic form? Is there going to be anything unique about this that makes it different from that, or am I looking for that same kind of game? And Stray Blade is a game that did a lot of things unique and different. Like, Stray Blade has a humongous sprawling world, a cartoony fantasy graphic style. It has a tremendous amount of different weapons that you can try right off the bat. It has a unique reliance on its parry. And that game felt like it differentiated itself. It had a unique control scheme and feeling to its engine. So that game differentiated itself. We could get into the question of, did it do well enough in terms of sales, in terms of reviews, in terms of reach, to warrant trying? But I think because the game's good, it still exists. I think that warrants trying. And that means it can become successful over time. So what would enable an action game that knows it's going to be compared to Souls games? There's a lot of action games right now. You can't really bank on charging someone $70 to try a really hard boss. Yeah, gamers like really tough games, difficult games. They like hard bosses. But it comes down to, you're going to make something, and you're going to charge for it. What are you asking players to do? How do you know they want to do it? And when you say whether you want to make a Souls clone to appeal to this hardcore action gamer, Lies of P is another good example. What differentiates Lies of P that would make someone say, hey, you know something? I like these. I like the Soul style games of action type games, and I want to try my hand at this. Like, what differentiates it enough to make you plunk $70 in 80 hours to play a difficult game? It's difficult. So the thing I'll say about this game is I think that they got the combat system right in terms of how it feels to connect attacks and to avoid attacks. And it's closer to Code Vein and Nioh in terms of a little bit of stiffness and tightness, but it works and it's effective. As long as you can effectively do what you want in the game, I think it's effective. So this game gets the combat right. But I can't help but compare it to the Souls games, even including Sekiro, in terms of its levels. The levels in this game feel like they're too small and narrow and flat. They don't feel big and sprawling like I'm adventuring across this huge landscape and I'm trying to go anywhere. So I don't know if the level design in this game is going to be so awe-inspiring, like when you go to different areas in these Souls games. Another thing is the gear and the stuff that you're getting, like picking up. All the gear does is change the number of my stat. I guess it changed the way I look a little bit, but that's kind of like something I'm not even paying attention to. I have not got a different weapon yet, and I don't know if you'll be able to buy upgradable abilities. Like, even in Black Myth Wukong, you could unlock like new attack features, ability features like standing on your pole, doing a charge attack toward them. Nioh had that as well, and the old action games like Bayonetta and Devil May Cry have that. And Stray Blade has it too. So it's a skill tree, essentially. A skill point or skill tree in addition to your gear and your stats. I don't know if this game has that. So this game's kind of riding a fine line where the combat is very good, but it doesn't feel like it's this big sprawling beat-em-up adventure like new God of War, Elden Ring, Stray Blade. And it doesn't feel like a Souls game where you're adventuring through big sprawling levels, interconnected world map, and you're collecting gear and leveling up a build. So it just rides this line of, it's a click R3 combat game. The ironic thing is, it does it a little bit better than most of them. I think Black Myth was fun. I think Nioh is a good game. And I think this game mechanically is good. So it's only a demo, it's a taste. I wonder what its success will be, and I wonder what its staying power will be if it has good combat, but that's it. Because if good combat is not enough and games need more, I don't know why they would even try and model Souls when Souls clones already neglected the level design, the loot, and the building. Let's see how much there is still to this demo. I don't know how much more I want to play. I'll be clear about that now. What do I need? I guess endurance and health. So we're going to be a big endurance main, or do we want damage? I guess endurance and health. That's kind of lame. Endurance is not really that exciting. Learn skills. Skill points are used to learn weapon and common skills. If a skill is unlearned, the skill points will be returned. Spirit is Khazan's unique combat ability, a manifestation of his unwavering inner strength. It is earned through battle and consumed to unleash powerful skills that deal high damage. How do I do that? What are you saying to me right now? Skill points obtained, that's all it says. The dual wield skill. So skill tree. So like I said, this is another way to add depth to the game and increase combat variety. The trouble with skill trees is that they need to have a function in combat that can't be satisfied with the basic attacks. Because if you're just doing them for variety rather than efficacy, it's not really worth it. Another thing then you gotta wonder is, am I getting new weapons? Enables the use of a 5th strike with a swift attack. Massive blow. Triangle after 3rd hit a potent blow. That's another thing I want to test. Charge potent versus just unleash it. Square or triangle after sprint attack. 2nd attack of sprint, outrage. Triangle during sprint delivers a powerful strike while sprinting. Square during dodge. Enhance attack by... Enhances the attack activated by pressing this swift attack button while dodging. Forward and side attacks become 2 consecutive strikes with the forward dash. That might be useful in case you miss the dodge attack. Back attacks become a backward dash followed by a forward strike. Fleet-footed? Decrease stamina cost for dodging. I think you just want that. Triangle during dodge. And then what else? Deals damage to enemies upon performing a brink guard. Blowback. That might be useful also. Maybe I'll do this. Let's do this and try and encourage myself to... Let's do that and try and encourage myself to learn perfect blocks. Because it seems like it's something that happens automatically. And they get knocked to the ground, right? Dual wield and then common. What is this? Gain 1 spirit gauge unit when interacting with Lacrima. Lacrima's the souls that you get. Gain 1 spirit gauge. What is that? L1 plus triangle. Parries the enemy attack, dealing significant stamina damage, and briefly disables defensive attacks. You'll have to time that though. When taking damage while the skill is active, damage taken is decreased. Stamina damage taken is increased. That's no good. Burst grabs a certain attack can't be parried. Well then what's the fucking point? Skill tree. So let's try and play more aggressively. Here's one. Let me do this. Let me hit him with this. That does what? That did almost like a little bit more than 4 grand. I want to know if I want to try and practice if charge potent really does more damage. Because if it doesn't, then it's not really worth it. Yeah, it looks like it does. It looks like it does. It did like 1,300. Or 13,000, really. Let's not go down there. Let's come back here. So my brain's a bit fatigued from fighting that boss and ranting about Action Souls clones. But it looks like this level is more wide open. So let's just play and explore. Settle down a bit and have fun. And see how tough or easy this Action Souls clone is. The first Berserker Khazan. L2 is aim and R2 is release while aiming. The javelin allows for a ranged attack and its skill can be learned from the common skill tab. Attack and inspect enemies. So L2, I now have a projectile. Let's try it on this guy. Headshot. Can I lock on? Let me try that again. Let me try... If I just lock on a hit R2, it does nothing, but I can throw it at them. And I can't tell if I'm doing more damage to these guys because they're basic enemies or because I'm getting stronger. It's reminding me a little bit of that game, Thymacia, which I also think was pretty cool. Looks like a snow wall you might be able to break. That game Thymosia had, it had like a unique combat system where you were basically slashing at the guy's stamina and then using your claw to kill them. Like they had a guard gauge and a health gauge, and depleting their guard gauge made them vulnerable to your claw attack, which would, like, I don't know, reach into their soul and rip out their heart. So I think that whereas the Souls games, the real appeal of the Souls games is trekking through these levels and going on an adventure. And and collecting loot and building a character is like an additional activity. And it's like it adds something to the moment-to-moment game, but it also gives you like a long-term sense of progression. And I think Nioh replaces that with the looting. But the looting of getting gear and trying to like collect more gear and power up your character that way becomes the appeal. So I'm trying to figure out what's the appeal of this game if it doesn't feel like the levels are an adventure, even the way like New God of War feels. And I'm not really looting random drop gear from enemies. And I'm not really collecting shit on the ground. It almost seems like the only purpose of this game is to play a combat sequence. But it's not like a fun beat-em-up style game like Devil May Cry or Ninja Gaiden where the fun is the combat and playing for the combat is the point. Like styling and comboing enemies in Devil May Cry is the point. So this game has a combat system, but it doesn't really seem to have worthwhile levels. Like, this looks like the DLC from Dark Souls 3, or Turius or whatever. I don't even remember what it was called. And you kind of wonder, like, why am I doing this? Like, to beat another game, to beat another level, to beat another enemy. And, like, right now, this doesn't have a beat-em-up feel to it the way that God of War had. The way that the God of War games, it's like, oh, they're going to throw generic enemies at you and you'll just slash through them with the Blades of Chaos. This game doesn't have that. Because the combat is so stiff and tight because it wants to be hardcore like Dark Souls. Oh, you can't just mash buttons. You have to stand still and block. And it's like, okay, so when I stand still and block these enemies and kill them, then what? Like, it's not a beat-em-up game. Okay. So then it's a Souls clone. Well, where are the adventurous levels and where's the loot? Where's the gear? So it's like, oh, we don't have that. You don't have levels. You don't have loot and gear. You don't have beat-em-up style combat. It's a stiff combat style. So it's just a stiff combat game. And how Wukong adjusted that was that the purpose of the levels in Wukong were to farm enemies for spirit to level up, and the real point was the bosses. What did I want to do in here? There was something I wanted to do. I want the game to auto-lock on to an enemy that I attack. Auto-lock on off. Let's see what that says. Automatically locks onto an enemy when attacking without a target lock. That's what I want. That's what I want. And what else about this inventory? Consumable. Restore spirit. I don't care. So let me explore these levels. Because the levels seem generic. So then let me focus. Then the focus is going to be on combat. because the tutorial sequence, I still gotta dodge close to him, was kind of linear and a narrow path, and now we have a wider level. Ew, he's got sores. Okay, unlock on him and lock onto the other target, please. Let's go down here. Like, it doesn't really have the... So this does not have any sense of adventure. It's not an adventure game. It doesn't have the sense of adventure that Sekiro has. So then that's what's missing from a lot of these Souls clones. The adventure. They got the action part down, but they don't have the adventure part. One thing I'll credit this game for is if I'm holding block, you don't have to be facing an enemy to block their attack. It'll block it even if your back's to them, so that's very good. But it does have this like hardcore combat style. Yeah, I guess you could just block more. Would you fucking hit him? Yeah, maybe blocking is more useful than dodging in some instances. Because that didn't even take my stamina. That one did, though. Weird. Maybe I perfect blocked him, I don't know. Oh, fuck. It didn't lock onto him! I'm dead! You fucking idiot! Forgot all about that stupid fucking... I thought if I was locked onto him, it would automatically, I thought if I was locked onto him, it would automatically target him, but that's not the case. You still have to free aim. Don't waste your stamina. Yeah, so the sense of adventure is not really there where you're trying to look through the level. Some of these games, the levels don't really serve as either a unique setting to explore, or they don't serve as like a path. They're just like a landscape. They're sort of like a landscape for the enemies to occupy. Does that make sense? And even Nio admittedly had that problem, which is why killing enemies to get loot was the point. Sekiro has this feeling like you're traveling through the level. And you want to explore this location for the sake of going around the location. If there was no enemies and no loot, you would still want to go around there. This, it's like, I don't want to explore this level. Then maybe the tighter level sequences was better because it just kept you focused on the combat. And like a flat wide level. It's kind of like the game Godfall. The levels had no fucking point at all. They were purposeless. The screen is black. It's like it loads the game faster than it loads the cutscenes. What's up with that? A new big weapon? Maybe. It's funny that it takes my helmet off in the cutscenes. And it's funny that I have this, like, small soldier's helmet with this big hair. Yeah, I was thinking that the game Darksiders 2, it really seems like there's a split between the old style action beat 'em ups and the new style Souls clone combat games. What is the attack when I hit R1? So if you want to do multiple hits, even with the light attack of this weapon, you have to like dial it in and commit to it. So they're giving me a little weapon tutorial. I mean, I might like this weapon more because of the range, but I bet you I would still whiff. Man, I wish you could hold it indefinitely. But then you wouldn't know when it's full charged. And it's probably not a good strategy anyway. So the charge heavies are probably the guaranteed punishes like I was getting on the boss. So charge heavy's probably not like a good strategy against enemies. Just do an ordinary heavy and get the like crumple. Just try and land this big bulky attack, get the hit stun. You can't really trade either. I haven't seen any instances of trading. It's usually that I get interrupted by them. So I walk down this way.
So you survived.
I wonder if it's worth using this weapon. I guess I'll try it out. Sure, fuck it. It's not like I was so in love with the last weapon. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I'm really interested in what gear I pick up. Have I gotten anything new? I have a new weapon, of course. Dual wield versus greatsword. What about this? Health recovery increase, unscathed damage increase, extra endurance, brutal attack health recovery, unscathed damage. And what is this? Damage increase, stamina recovery rate, attack against beast, potent blow. Damage increased by 5. What does unscathed mean? Brutal attack, extra endurance, unscathed damage. Damage increase, recovery rate. Maybe I will switch to this one. Fuck it. The percentages are so low, I don't know that it necessarily matters. Now I have a great sword, so I can use this. I'm not really gonna buy weapon abilities. I think I'm gonna buy generic. I don't think I want to buy weapon abilities or attacks. I think I want to buy generic abilities for my dude. Delivers a powerful slash. What is this? Decreases stamina cost for dodging. That seems like it's so worthwhile. What about this? Javelin. What was this? Gain 1 spirit gauge unit when interacting with Lacrima. I don't know what that means. When interacting with Lacrima. So if you pick up souls, you'll regain like a projectile. That's not bad. Can I? Maybe I can't just buy that outright. What did I do? I bought that. Decreases stamina consumed when upon a successful guard. Increase spirit accumulation with brink guarding. Can I just buy this outright? I don't think so. I can. I don't have to buy all the rest of this stuff. It's unlocked. Further decreases stamina cost. Let's just do it twice. Wait a minute. I think you can undo it, can't I? Because I might want this. Decrease stamina consumed for guarding. Well, we'll leave it like that. Interact. And then what about my stats? So what have I not? I wouldn't mind damage. Get a little bit of proficiency. Yeah, fuck it. Get a little bit of proficiency. I regret doing that fucking stamina. Willpower no longer gives me attack damage. That's a bummer. Endurance seems good. Then maybe we'll go strength. Maybe we'll just narrow it out. Attack damage. Yeah, fuck it. We'll go wide. Let's see here. And I want to go down here. Admittedly, this is a long demo. I wouldn't have given people this long. Burst attacks. Certain enemies use burst attacks which cannot be blocked. They can be countered by dodging or counterattacking. I don't have that ability though. L1 plus circle counterattack? I thought you had to buy that. Counter an enemy's burst, counter an enemy's burst attack with a common skill. Timing it perfectly triggers a perfect counter, dealing significant damage. I don't know that I'm going to do that. Because I just fucked it up. And he fucking guard broke me. What does this absorb? I want that item. I want that item. That's what I was trying to do. So, wait a minute. Even if I didn't buy that counter, I can still do it? I don't think that's true. Oh, yeah, I can. So you can counter burst attacks, but you can't block them? So the counter is something you could transition into if you accidentally try to block a burst attack. Yeah, it doesn't really... You'd be better off... I'm out of stamina fucking again. God damn it. See, I dodged too soon. Alright, I'm not paying attention at all anymore. I think I'm done playing. It's like, honestly, these action games kind of become like a fucking job. Where you're going like, am I just supposed to beat this hard enemy, stand still and block and dodge and click R3 and log on? Like, I'm kind of ready to just, like, complain. Ah, damn it, I keep hitting R1. So, multiple things are going on here. I'm hitting R1 to attack and circle to dodge, which shows I'm fucking not even paying attention. I also just feel like the sense of adventure that Elden Ring or Dark Souls games gives you, where you actually want to explore the level, and then you encounter enemies who you dispatch, and then you get to loot. All three of those elements are there, and you're going on this grand adventure, and you're building a character. This just feels like, and then I go to the next part of the level where the enemies are, and I kill them. And then I go to the next part of the level. So, this game has combat and nothing else. Like, I don't even, and Wukong seemed like if you were to buy skills, he would get a lot of new abilities. This game doesn't feel like I give a shit about the skill tree. And it's like, I'm not really interested in finding new attacks. I have plenty of attacks. Actually, I wonder why I want to use this weapon unless I'm not going to do more damage. I would only want to use this. I fucking dodged. I'm pressing the button, dude. Alright. I think my brain is completely fucking shut off from having to do this shit. And this is what the feeling is going to be like if you're going to play this game. It's like, after a while, these action games lack... Let's switch this fucking shitty weapon off. Because, I'll tell you what, I was doing more damage with the other one, and it was faster. I think speed is my specialty. And I don't want to fight this stupid bear. So let's run away. I hate to tell you, but I'm not really interested in fighting this bear. And if that's the point, like... I don't know. I think I've kind of lost interest. It doesn't have a sense of adventure and beat-em-up style like God of War and these other real action games. And it's just this, you know, try really hard to do the stiff combat game. Which is like, we don't need another one of these. I think that's it. That's it. It lacks the sense of adventure in level design that the other games have that make you want to explore. And so your only motivation for playing is the combat, but you don't really feel like you're accomplishing anything. You don't feel like you're trekking through this cool level and seeing new places, and you don't feel like you're building a character, and you're not even getting loot like in Nioh. So the adventure and the character building are so critical to the staying power of a game outside of its combat system. And this game has a combat system, and it doesn't have the level design and the adventure, and it doesn't have the, you know, character building purpose. So it's like, I just keep feeling that recurring sense of another tough enemy, another tough enemy. Like, and the whole reason I'm confused by this is because old action games did not feel that way. Old action games... I'm stuck on the fucking wood in the ground. I can't walk around it. I'm probably dead. I hit it. I could not dodge out of that. So unless I didn't have stamina, either I did not have stamina, or it was a true combo, because I was in hit stun. I couldn't dodge out of that. And that brings up another point. One of the problems and complaints that casuals had about other Souls games is that if they got stuck on an enemy, they would just try and run past to the next bonfire and reset the whole thing. They wouldn't fight their way through it. And Elden Ring fixed that by allowing you to get on a horse and run away or sneak past enemies. So, like, I'm trying to run past this bear. I just don't feel like fighting another mini-boss. But, too bad. The bear's going to follow you all the way through the level. Like, let's see if we can run away from him. If you didn't want to fight a mini-boss, could you run away from him? And so down there are the monkeys, and up here are the wolves. So maybe I got away from him. And now I'm back to, like, generic fodder enemies, and I could just kind of continue the play. So, and there's a cave that probably has a mini-boss, because, lo and behold, the bear was a mini-boss in the cave the first time, and now here's a boar. Like, are these big enemies? I held L1. Maybe I'm just tired and my reactions are just fried today. No stamina! What the fuck? Dude! No fucking stamina. It's gone. I'm kind of getting annoyed. So, it's not frustrating, and I'm not getting pissed off, but I'm getting annoyed. So, you could just, like, you get tired. These kind of games, try-hard action games, are, like, stressful and fatiguing after a while. I never felt that way with Dark Souls, or, like, Okami or Zelda. So, it really is. These adventure games give you a sense of travel and, like, towns, and they give you breaks, I guess. And then, like, Elden Ring, it reminds me of, remember Elden Ring? It's not fucking, it's Lindell. The sequence where it's snowy and the lion boss is down there, but you have to walk up the path with the birds and get to the elevator. And that's like, hey, we're letting you know this is a tough action sequence. And then you just run through. But it's like, we're letting you know this is a tough action sequence. Just so you know. Like, brace yourself. Hey, it's cool that they have snow on their feet. The other guy. I want to... the other guy. The other guy! Lock onto the other guy! God damn it. Let's rush this dude. So, because I think that I think that the game mechanically works well. Is that another fucking bonfire part? This demo's fucking long. Do I have anything? What do I need? Man, that won't even increase endurance. Endurance. That's so boring. That's so boring. Weight, resistance, damage, health, weight. Attack, damage, health. Stamina, recovery. I fucking hate that I want endurance. That sucks. It's so boring. Let me see here. Let me try and go back to this game. You know, oh fuck, they spawned in. Oh my god, I forgot. I'm out of fucking stamina! Dude. This is insane. It's insane. I don't want to sneak. And you gotta wait to sneak that guy. Something's up. Something's up. I guess I could lean on blocking more. Because if you're not gonna take damage... If you're gonna waste more stamina blocking twice, or dodging twice, hit him please. Here's the thing. If you're gonna waste more stamina, mistiming a dodge and having to dodge twice, than you would just blocking, and if you're gonna still be vulnerable to taking damage, mistiming a dodge or misdirecting a dodge, then blocking, then maybe blocking is like more top tier than you might think, because you don't take damage when you block. And sometimes when you block light attacks, you don't even, are you gonna fucking lock on or what? Sometimes when you block light attacks, you don't even take stamina damage that much. Oh, he has 2 hits. I forgot about that. It's almost like the game started out fun, and then now it's just getting lame. I don't know why I feel that way, but I mean that's not how you're supposed to feel. Because now it's not about exploring and discovering new things, exploring and experiencing new things, and learning like what the game's all about. Now it's about doing it. Do it like it's a homework assignment. Fight that bear? I don't feel like it at all. I think I haven't wanted to play anymore for like the last hour. They get 2 hours out of me, and then that's about it. So can I jump across there? No, because it won't let you. It won't let you dodge across. It won't let you dodge across. So let me just heal here. Just heal here. I kind of want to see the end of the demo at least. But I mean, I wouldn't buy this, no way. And frankly, I don't even know that I would play this. I continued playing Stray Blade after I streamed it. Maybe twice. And I would keep playing it. This is sort of like... It looks like the snow area in Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring. But it doesn't have, like, the loot. So I think it's missing the adventure from some of these other adventure games, and then it's missing the loot from Souls and Nioh. So if we accept that it's a Souls combat game and not a beat-em-up combat game, does it benefit from that? Would it have been better as a beat-em-up game like God of War? Would that have appealed to more people? And being like Darksiders and God of War, beat 'em up style action games, where it's like you get the adventure, you get the enemies, You get the look and the character, you get the weapons and the skill ups, but it's not the combat system of click R3, there's a stamina meter, and everything's so tough to ambush you. I don't know. Cool, a spear.
Is it true? Are you really a traitor?
Look, I was hitting him, and I'm dealing less damage to his stamina than I fucking spent trying to fucking attack him. And he just slowly strays around. I'm stuck on the rock! I'm stuck on the rock! I'm stuck! And I'm damn near exhausting myself. I can't believe I fucking held block. I kind of go on instinct whether I want to block or dodge. And they'll interrupt you. Hit him! Oh my fucking god! You can't even fucking full heavy dodge into a light poke? That's how fucking weak you are, you stupid bitch! And I have nothing but endurance. All my fucking... All of my fucking stat points have gone into endurance, and I still waste stamina all day long.
All we did was follow your
Oh my god, dude, I just fought you. I would never pay for this game. It's good, and I don't want to play it. It's like classic modern action game. Classic modern action game. It's your newest chore. Even with good mechanics and a good combat system. I don't care anymore. I've lost interest. I don't care anymore. I'm sick of fucking mistiming a dodge or the block not fucking working. I don't want to stand still and learn what you want me to do. I want a true style. I fucking invented that shit on game FAQs. I'm holding block! You can walk backwards and hold block! Don't tell me I didn't hold it! And I'm out of more stamina than him! I'm holding block! It's one button! It's one button, dude! Oh my god! Where's my blowback? I did the shield bash instead of the stab. Fuck. And I dodged backward. Oh my god! Oh my god. Which way do I go? So then again, I don't know that I like this spear, because it's fucking too linear. It doesn't even have range if they can just walk around it. You have to fight them? So what's better? Doing power moves against them? He fucking just interrupted me. He's gonna fucking wait for me to hit. What's better, doing blocks or doing... And you can still beat him up during that point. There you go, he's dead. Where's the other guy? So let's see if I can tell the difference between a shield bash and a stab. I'm exhausted. But you don't want to go backward. Why is he red? Let my fucking stamina heal. Well, go to his left. What the fuck? Whoa, whoa! I fucking unleashed full power attack on him, dude. I think the spear sucks. We'll try a greatsword against these guys. Well, look at all these helmets. What do you think? Do you think that the generic power defense is better, or do you think all these stats are better? Hey, do I have gear on or what? Yeah, I do. Oh, my hair's just coming out through my helmet. Yeah, I don't know. I think my brain's fried trying to fight these dudes. That's all that this game is. It's just fighting. I was having more fun earlier on. Now it's like, look, I have no fucking stamina. But you need to use you need to use full charge potent blows against these guys to break their shields. Maybe you don't need to charge it. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Oh, maybe get a little power hit? A little armor? He's not falling off. There we go. So, is there a way to fast switch between my weapons? Because that would be useful. If I could switch to the greatsword when I fight a shield dude.
That's what caused you such anguish. Pathetic.
Yeah, because that spear, there was no... It wasn't a spear, it was a glaive, so he was swinging it. But then he would still whiff when he would do linear overhead attacks. You want linear pokes, stabs, and you want slashes, and I want long range, and I want it to kill in one hit. What? Where's vest? More gear. 229. So then let me try this this weapon, the greatsword. Since I want to use heavies to stagger, maybe that's like a good, because those I don't know. The twin weapons were quick, but this staggers. So that spear, what the fuck good is a spear if it doesn't really stagger that well? If it doesn't stagger that well, and it's too linear, longer reach isn't really going to help me. I'm just running, wasting my stamina. So this has kind of long range. That's a dead end.
Here he is! Grab him!
Oh, so maybe if you didn't kill this guy, he'd still be up there, but these guys are still down there. Thanks a lot. Hey, there's a ladder. I was gonna say, I thought I just dropped down, but this ladder climbs adjacent to where you drop down. I don't know, man. I think the lack of interest in the level design is what would keep me from playing this. Wolong was the same fucking way. Like, why do I want to walk through this shitty level and fight this stupid-ass enemy? At least Sekiro, like true Souls games, had a sense of exploration and discovery. I want to know, I want to see this location, and I might get really cool stuff. Like, you're not going to memorize this game's levels. You're not going to memorize where the loot is. And if you're only going to play it once and not multiple times, why? That's another big thing. The big replayability about these Souls games is you can play with a new build and new weapons. And that's what creates the value, the long-term value. Like, one quest for $70 that's really difficult is kind of gonna piss you off. Pissing me off? Is this where I started? I don't think so. You want to slice at him, please? Oh, you're out of stamina, huh? Oh, you're exhausted, huh? I'm sick and fucking tired of this shit, dude. They have their fucking dumbass. He's still not dead. You got your stupid sword and your shield. Alright. I've been done playing this game for a long time, but it shows that if you overstay your welcome, stop having fun. And it's like, the fact that a game could get tiresome is ludicrous. Are there two? Okay. I think there are two archers. And it's like, I don't want a fucking Souls game after, like, yet another... Please fucking dodge, please. There's how many archers? A bunch. Now let's kill him. Why don't I shoot him? I guess that's what you could do against. I guess that's what you could do against projectile dudes. I forgot. So, learning the way you want to combine dodging and blocking and determining which technique is best for you to use in a combat sequence. Whether dodging is easier for you to do and gives you better reward, or whether blocking is easier for you to do. A little bit of stuttering there. Oh wait, there's a chest right there. But yeah, I would not want to keep doing this. It seems like the levels are generic and there's no adventure, and then the looting's not there. That exists in Nioh. I think I'll keep all these bonuses. Oh, and I don't know where I died. I have no idea where I died, or I think I missed some parts. That's my bonfire. Is there a ladder by the bonfire? Let's sneak past these dudes and get this. I can just tell I don't want to do this anymore. And do what? What is this exactly? You see how this level, it just looks the fucking same as every other level you've done. This part of this level looks the same as every other fucking level. And it's like, Trek where the enemies are, kill them, and then pick this loot up. It's a worthless item. And then where's the bonfire? It's the same fucking game that we've already played. I mean, you know. It's like, even though mechanically it's good, you're doing the same thing. Is this a heavy guy? Can I sneak this guy? No, I hit circle. He didn't do it. Thanks. He's gonna interrupt me? No. I want to get the other guy while he can be killed. He's gonna interrupt me? Oh, cool. At least I have some armor. Some hyper armor. Because otherwise I'm gonna die. Swing. I'm out of stamina! Oh my god! What the fuck? That's insane! It's insane. It's insane! And there was nothing down there. Oh my god. Wait, don't fucking fall off. You can walk off but not dodge off? I'm fucking dead. I'm dead here. I got no heals and I'm dead. That was the archer platform? That's where I came up. Keep your block button ready. Have I been down here? I've been in there. I don't know if I came out this way. I'm dead. So maybe I'll keep using the sword just because... Maybe I'll keep using the sword just because it gives me a little bit of a heavier swing. I can at least use a little bit of armor, hyper armor. I wish you can convert... It would be cool if you could convert those projectiles into health. That might be useful. I can't figure out how I got here from the bonfire or how to get back. Like, I need to rest and heal. I mean, I don't know, man. Mechanically, it's there, but in terms of the design, it's the same game you've played. Whoa, who the fuck is that? Well, I can't fight that dude right now. I have to run up there and then climb down? Oh, no. So I went through that whole sequence. I can't fight this guy. Ugh. The ladder was here. Press and hold! Fucking press and hold, my favorite mechanic from any fucking game. Press and hold. Don't just fucking tap. Oh my god. Maybe there's an accessibility option so I can access the ladder by just tapping rather than pressing and holding. Unfucking believable, dude. But that's the game. How much do you think this will sell? 1.5 million? I mean, it looks like it was very cheap to make. So they probably don't need to recoup too many costs. You hear how I'm flipping on the game completely? Now, why would it be the more time you spend with an entertainment product, the less you enjoy it? Why would that be? You think maybe because it's not very good? One thing I'll at least say about Mortal Shell, another Souls clone I did not like, was that the levels looked unique. I almost think that this game would have done way better ending the demo at that snow boss. There is no reason why you should be giving me. There's no reason why you should be giving me this, there's no reason why you should be giving me this much game to play. Because if I bought the game and then had to play through this segment, I would be like forcing myself to get through it because I'm obligated now that I paid all that money. And you could have just like milked it forever. But I mean, I guess there were a lot of people that played the Wolong demo and really liked it. And the Nio demos. Do I drop down here? I think I do. I think I do. And then you can just climb. But I think, like I said, Nio had the uniqueness of the loot system and the combat system differentiating itself from Soul so much. And it came out right the same time as Sekiro. When did Sekiro come out? 2016, 17, 18. Somewhere around there. So then another thing could be with this game is attaching yourself to a weapon and really feeling like you enjoy using this particular weapon. I guess this sword is better for me because it gives me a little bit of hyper armor on... You don't even need to call it hyper armor, you can just call it armor. On the heavy attack. And then... Oh, there's going to be archers. There's going to be archers. And then the... The spear is just too linear. Even though it has range, it winds up still missing. Which is kind of dumb. I'm fucking holding it. Dude, will you please attack him? So let's stick with this weapon and see if it works. Because the range is there and the armor is there. The knockdown's there. It's just that the fun's not there, but when do you need to have fun in a video game? I swear to God, I was having a lot of fun up to the first real boss, and I was not frustrated by that first real boss. He was, you know, cool, challenging. Challenging and cool. This archer's hit me from back here. Alright. I'm trying to stand by the wall to not get hit by this dude. He's still not dead. I'm out of stamina. He's still not dead. I'm out of stamina. He's still not dead. I'm out of stamina. I'm out of stamina. And now I have to fight this fucking fat dude again. Yeah, Elden Ring's... I don't understand. How did the developers miss the fun that exists in Souls games? You would have way more fun playing Elden Ring than this. Way more fun. And I don't even think Elden Ring is as great as everybody thinks. I don't even think Elden Ring is as great as everybody thinks. He doesn't do it. He didn't do it. Release. Now I could die, because I'm right there. I don't even think that Elden Ring is as great as everybody thinks. But it's still, arguably, more fun than most games and most action games. So where are my souls? Did I get them? I don't know. Oh, I'm not even at the full top of the spot yet. There's a hole down there. I don't... Dude, I did not try and walk down there, man. Oh my god. I didn't... Alright, that's it. I literally tried walking near there so that I could walk in. Oh my god. And... Alright, it's become annoying. It's becoming annoying. You probably know. I wanted to look down and see what it was. So down there is the ambush with those dudes. I'm stuck! Stuck on the terrain. Another fucking problem. Press and hold. Another problem. I don't know, do you want to fight that guy? Like, is he going to drop something cool? Haven't I fought him already? At the point when you're skipping combat. Because you don't feel like dealing with it. And that's the only point of the game. I said it looked generic when I fucking saw it on Summer Game Fest. Ancient Warrior Dual Blades. Alright, Ancient Warrior Dual Wield.
Surrender.
It's fast. It rips. Maybe the fast attacks are more fun. Get my stamina back, please.
Nothing left to fight for.
Is he me? Because I'm possessed by a spirit, so it's like it's myself.
You wish you were, don't you?
I'm exhausted. And he killed me. He killed me from exhaustion. So you start down here, but you have the weapon. That's kind of interesting. Oh yeah, press and hold X. Why don't you just climb fast automatically, dude? Like, why do you make me have to fucking hold X?
Surrender.
I guess you wouldn't have to use these weapons in this trial.
God.
You could probably use whatever one you wanted. Nice whiff. So these enemies can get combos on you. I like when I hit them. I'm exhausted.
Do you really think you can win against the Emperor?
What the fuck? So he was waiting for his stamina to recover.
You wish you were, don't you?
You can't dodge out of their attacks once they're comboing you.
Osmer is dead too. It's all over.
Nice whiff. How come parrying him doesn't waste his stamina? I have completely lost interest in these kinds of fucking games. I guess because they're not those, like, action beat-em-up games that I started out playing. And they don't have the sense of adventure that these other Souls games do. Where's your fucking stamina depleting, dude? Just one attack! Oh my god. That sucks. Input reading. Why can't I bust his stamina? So it seems like when he does a sequence and you're blocking or parrying, that's when you're supposed to like let him deplete his stamina doing his combo, and then parry it and break his guard or whatever. Because he would waste his stamina and then block and walk away. So that's when you have to rush him.
Blade Phantom.
Are you just gonna let me play like the whole fucking game here?
Mortal.
So yeah, when he's doing a combo sequence and depleting his own stamina. So him swinging depletes his stamina more than you attacking him and making him block. That's kind of fucking weird. Another fucking pause thing? Let's see. Jesus Christ. This, I mean, at least it's good that the demo is so fucking long. I don't have stamina. Let's do damage. Let's do this. Wait, can I upgrade more stats? I can. Let's do more willpower. That's it. We'll do double willpower. This demo's fucking crazy long. And I skip parts. I skipped that bear. So yeah, they're attacking you and kind of depleting their own stamina through their attack string. And you're supposed to, I guess, parry, and then wait for them to be done, and then counterattack, rush them afterward when their stamina's low. And it seems like just like in Sekiro, guard breaking them seems to be like the primary way to get those big damage death blows. But Nio didn't have that. Nio was like breaking their stamina was a bonus to attacking their health. And in this game, it really seems like I don't know. That heavy sword seemed to be grabbing them, doing good damage. I guess the enemies I'm fighting in this part have shields and have armor. So it's like they'll block a hit, take no health damage, and it's like, okay, I lowered their stamina, but I lowered my stamina too, attacking them, swinging at them. So now, like, I'm waiting to recover my stamina before I can hit him also.
Your body and soul, they belong to us. You dare try to defy us?
Look, I'm out of stamina already. I don't know if I want to use these double blades either. I don't know how I didn't block that one, that last one. I don't know how I didn't dodge. Alright, I think, give me 1 second.
Conforming to Karen's command.
Let me switch my weapons back.
New soul.
Let me switch to this. Wow, switch to that. Wow, switch to that. Alright. I guess, and wasn't there another one? Common. Restores health upon using brutal attack from up front. I mean, I guess. Gain spirit. Are there any, like, common things? It doesn't matter. Let's see here. I can't promise I'm gonna try and beat this guy. Let's see what weapons. Let's see how a heavy weapon works better. I like the damage. Oh, that was my bad. Out of stamina. God almighty. That's a real combo because I have no stamina. How did I not get out of the way of that? It's on the ground and I'm dead again. Okay. Let me try one more time. I like this sword's heavy. It's got the range and the stagger that I need, and the damage, but a lot of stamina requirements. Yeah, so that's like a projectile. Block that. I block. What? No, can I not? If I get hit by. I got a question. If I get hit by one of his combos, can I not parry the second or third hit? I did a second heavy, he didn't do it. Maybe there's no combo. He's got all the weapons. He's got a lot of health too. I don't want to be far away in case he does. Projectile. See, look, look at that. I don't know that I can, if I get hit by one attack, I might not be able to parry afterwards. And he's still gonna combo. Dude, that's fucked up. So then you can't get hit by one. Now, hang on. I think that if you get, he has a 3-hit combo. I think if you get hit by one, you can't start blocking the next one, which means you can't parry out of it. I think you have to dodge out of it. That's what I'm thinking. I think these boss fights are cool, because it's just me and him. And it's kind of slower paced than against the enemies. I'm dead. That tracks. I mean, I'll keep playing it, but I don't know that I have a lot of time to try and spend half an hour beating this guy. But these boss fight sequences seem cooler because they're just kind of with him. Like, look at that. Look at that. That was a real combo. What's going on? It's fucking bullshit. I wanted to break his stamina, but of course not. Why would I? Why would I? You're like trying to get a death ball on this motherfucker. So hard. No stamina again. Alright. I block. I'm fuck. Alright. Alright. I'm getting pissed off and tired. But admittedly, I'm re-engaging with this game during this boss fight. But at some point, why are you still doing this? Like, it's another generic action game where you fucking click R3 to lock on and... What do you need to do it for? Well, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of trying to time a fucking block. It's so boring. And their stamina heals back farther and faster than mine. I'm not even holding a button. I'm literally just holding the controller limp in my hand. So if you don't want to do it, then you shouldn't do it. I would never pay for this game, so then that's it. You're going to give me a demo to let me play for free? It'll be fun until the uniqueness wears off. And then I'm going to realize I've done this a million fucking times and it was better and more engaging. And I don't need to keep doing this to prove what a gamer I am. I'm holding block! You can hold block and move in this game! That's so crazy. And you know what else? You know what else I'm thinking of? You don't have the movement... Alright. Okay, I'm done. You don't have the movement options that you do in Devil May Cry, where you can roll and jump out. I wonder if this game... But see, if this game had a jump, then it would no longer be a Souls clone. And then it begs the question, why does this game need to be yet another Souls clone when it might be better as a Darksiders, God of War, Devil May Cry style beat 'em up? Would a beat 'em up be better than a Click R3 Souls clone? Anyway, the instrument's becoming dull. I don't have the brain power to care about this anymore. I can tell. Alright, I can tell. I don't have the brain power anymore to care. I can 100% tell. I don't want to stand and hold R1 and look and block and press X to dodge. So this kind of a game becomes like fatiguing. But I'll tell you, a game like Dark Souls doesn't feel like it becomes fatiguing. I don't know why. I don't know why. But that's the way it is. I think that mechanically, the combat's there. It's designed the way it's designed. And the controls are there. Your inputs are there. The rules are there. But I don't have the brain power to do a second boss. To decide whether I want to look at what he's doing and dodge right or left. Or parry standing still. I don't know. So I think that's where... I started out only using dodge, and then I switched to block and parry, and I still have no fucking stamina. I mean, it's just a fact. No stamina. And I don't... It's like, I would rather have damage. I'd rather have damage. Dodge stamina cost decrease. Here we go. Proficiency in dodging. So those are my stats. Lord knows if it's the way you should fucking level up in a demo. But the instrument has become dull. I'm willing to give it a second look. I'll try the boss off stream. I think that if you want a better clone, it beats Wolong. If you like Code Vein or Wukong or Nioh, but like I said, beat 'em up style action combat, levels, and terrain, a sense of adventure, gear and looting. Pretty much all this has is combat and stats. And if only the combat is what you want, like this is what you want to do. You want to click R3 to lock onto the boss. You want to try and get his stamina down before you can damage his health bar. You want to memorize whether you should dodge left or right. I mean, this guy, this Dark Knight, and the Ice Golem, they seem like cool, exciting enemies. And it seems engaging trying to fight this boss. So then, the rule of dodging or parrying their attacks and then trying to find counter hits, it's still responding to the boss. It's not, I can jump and spin and run and move all around, and I attack with this weapon and I cast a spell or hit my attack. Like, I'm not really thinking about the specific sword swing. I'm thinking, can I sneak a light attack in here? Can I commit to a heavy attack here? I'm thinking light, heavy attack. I'm not thinking overhead swing with this big sword. So, and in Nioh, the identity of the weapons really added to that game. Like, I have a spear where I slam them overhead or swing horizontally. I have dual katanas where I rip them apart really fast. And in Steel Rising, I got the hammer, I do the heavy attack, it crushes them. Finding a weapon you can utilize, like I did with this sword, like it has a little bit of armor on the heavy swing. It'll stagger them. It'll beat a shield. It's like there's a utility to the weapon, but is there spirit and like fun? You know. Let's finish up. Let's take a little break and finish up one more try, and then I'm calling it. Okay, so you can parry. So I confirm you can get hit by an attack and then parry, but that didn't seem like it was a combo for him. Look how little, and he's still attacking. Why does he get so many fucking combos? Look at my fucking. All right. All right. Goodbye. Goodbye. That's that. We'll save the demo with my souls. We'll upgrade my stamina again, 120%, over easy. And it's time for breakfast at 4 p.m. What can I say that hasn't already been said? It's a Souls clone. It's a Nioh clone. It doesn't have story. It doesn't have adventure. It doesn't have beat-em-up style combat or true style combos. It doesn't have levels. It barely has loot. It has stats. And it has combat. You click R3 to lock on, and you parry and dodge. And that's basically what you're managing. And if you like that, I want to click R3 to lock on, I want to parry and dodge, kill enemies and fight bosses. But I don't want beat 'em up combat and combos, and I don't want story, and I don't want levels. That's really what's lacking. At least Wolong had like a setup and loot, and Nioh had drops. This has no levels and no loot. It just has combat, but it's not a beat 'em up. So it remains to be seen. Maybe you'll think it's an 8.5, maybe you'll think it's a 7.5, and we can meet in the middle. It's got merit, but after 4 hours grinding this action game, and maybe other games that I didn't get more time with, like Black Myth, would have fatigued me the same way, but maybe I'm not the action gamer that I once was. Double S ranking, Dante Must Die mode. I don't have time for it anymore. And I want to play a nice, casual puzzle game with a story that's emo. And it's $3 on the PlayStation Store. Called Life is Strange. Who knows, right? Who knows? Maybe I'm a Life is Strange gamer now, but for the last 4 hours, it's been the first Berserker Khazan.